Salotto is the world's premier pool community. Playing your friends has never been more fun. Raise the bar with Salotto so regular practice can become real pressure. With monthly prizes and cash payouts, Salotto brings pool to the people. You can even submit match results to Fargo Rate through Salotto if you want, but you don't have to. Your race, your place. Make your matches count with Salotto. Download now and get started. No minimum play per month. 8, 9, 10 ball. You choose. It all counts.
Hey everybody, thanks for tuning back in. It's Brian in the booth doing Shark Stream stuff. We got the Joss New England tour from Mike Zuglan continued. We had a little bit of technical difficulties there with our internet provider. Good old Xfinity decided that we should not be talking to anyone for a little while there, but my friend Kevin decided to go back in the technical closet, I guess, for lack of a better term, and reboot everything. So we basically restarted. We're back live, and if you can hear me, let me know in the comments section. We have we're resuming the match between Jeremy Sosi and Christoph Neumeyer. I believe it's 5-4 in favor of Christoph. And we will resume our programming as yeah, thanks Andy. Well, I guess we are back. Good. Yeah, thanks for tuning back in. Sorry about the little glitch there, but some things are out of our control. Nice strong break there. 1-4 is a little tough, to say the least. So it looks like Christoph's trying to figure out how he's going to defend the one ball for now. It looks like they're pretty well on top of each other there. He's going to tap the one, bring the cue up table. Nothing to argue with there. Like a small player break is happening. Christoph, we got the. That's not good. Not sure what's going on with our PTZ camera. Seems like all kinds of things just breaking left and right now. But right now, it's definitely a player break. So stay tuned. We'll resume the action very soon. Seems like our PTZ camera on the corner is a little wonky right now. See if I can give it a quick reboot. Now let's see what's going on. Table 8. Nope. Jeremy's back. Just got to go to the restroom. Thanks everybody for tuning back in. Sorry about the technical difficulties. Hopefully that's out of our system for now. Soon we'll have in the booth Mr. Bobby Hunt, the legend, probably accompanied by Raymond Linares if on the Zoom call. From what I've never met, but I hear he's a fantastic commentator and player, so we'll have that coming to you soon, and we'll be playing at least 2 more games from the Joss tournament here on the Shark Stream, which will be followed by the semifinals and finals on our members only channel. So make sure if you want to watch the conclusion of this tournament, that's where you got to be. Hit the subscribe button, and you'll be eligible for all the Q raffles, the swag raffles, all that good stuff. So we'll be doing our next raffle on the 1st of the month on October 1st. And just last month, we gave away a $790 Mach 1 McDermott break cue. So lots of perks to being on the Shark Stream members only. Ronald Aragon's wondering what size table this is. These are all 9-foot Brunswick Gold Crown 3s. So 9 feet for the table size, but the pocket size on this particular table on table 4 is 4 3/8 inch. Oh, there you go, Nick Marino Jr. in the comments section on YouTube. Absolutely. Enjoyed having you here yesterday, as well as Frank Maialetti from Pennsylvania Pro-Am. We're going to bring you as much great content as we can, and I look forward to working with Frank again in the future, as well as Nick. So definitely do that. Got a little bit of an interesting setup here. I mean, the nine's wild in this tournament, so you got a couple of options. I can already hear my good friend here, Brian Merrick, saying, okay, the nine's wired. Thank you, Gladys, for the nice words. JP, welcome back. Looks like everything's back to normal for the moment. Knock on wood. The Q raffle for the Joss Q, Hector, I assume you're referring to. The last I heard was yesterday afternoon / evening. He said he's going to auction it off, or not auction it off, raffle it off right before the final. So as soon as the semifinals are done, I think they're going to do the 2 Joss Qs, because we had a razzle for one and another raffle for another one. So there's 2, as far as I know, being raffled off, and that'll happen probably somewhere between, I'm guessing, between 4 and 6 p.m. today. Beauty on the 2. Got a little rub on the 7 that's going to hurt him a little bit, but I think the 3 is possibly makeable. More likely, though, with Jeremy, is you're going to see a safety behind the 9. Just like so. And boy, is that a good safe. I mean, it's going to be really hard to get to the 3. I think you can only short rail it. I don't even think the 2 rail is a possibility. It'll just fly right off this way. Might be able to go opposite direction. That's pretty close to frozen. Tough shot. Oop, I'm on the wrong table. right in the side, 4 in the corner. Looking pretty likely for Jeremy to finish this up and tie the game at 5. Absolutely. Andy Gow's got it right on the nose. I'll share it out. Everyone, please like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you're at 65 of you tune back in. Again, apologies for the disconnect there. Not much I could do about it, but do me a favor. If you're watching, just hit that like button. Definitely tell a friend. Say, hey, we got some great pool action going on in Wallingford, Connecticut tonight on the Shark Stream. We got some great players. We got these two guys right here. We got Alex Bosch is out there playing. We also have Suad. Got my phone. Lots of great stuff. But yeah, our top contenders, we got Sam Trages and Suad Kantarevic. Sorry if I'm mangling your name. We got Chris Cabrera playing Ron Costanzia. Jonathan Smith playing Nick Coppola. And of course, we have Dr. Bob Medengen. Bo Powers, unfortunately, could not make it today, so he's out in 12th place. We have on the front side the two guys you're seeing right here, Jeremy Sosi and Christoph Neumeier, and we also have Alex Bosch and Jezid, a.k.a. Jesse Garabello. So those are your top 12. Gonna have a lot of great pool today. Jeremy's kind of in the tank here a little bit. Yeah, sure. Come on in and sit down. Christian, he's a low 550, but I tell you what, I play Christian all the time here at Yale Billiards, and I wouldn't characterize any 550 as low, but Christian's definitely a strong 550 player. So he's doing very well in this tournament so far to make it to the top 12. Especially with this field. This field's been crazy pants. I mean, it's been I was intimidated just walking in the room.
Match on the other table. It's 5-5, so they're both
just trucking right along, right? Yeah, you got Alex and Yezin. Jesse. We'll go with Jesse. Playing on table 8, and they're battling too.
5-5 on 5. Jeremy's down 5-4.
I believe so, but we'll find out as soon as they change the score. Oh, it's definitely 5-4. I just don't know which way. We'll see what happens. I'm not 100% on which way. I'm pretty sure it's Christoph because he broke this rack, and they were tied 4-4 when I restarted the stream. So 99% sure that we have the score right. But once we finish this rack, we'll know 100%. You know when Ray's supposed to call in today? I was told around noon, but
Bobby said told me to be here noon.
Gotcha. All right. Well, as soon as Ray jumps on Zoom, he'll have Bobby Hunt and Ray Linares. Is that how you pronounce it?
I think so.
And we'll be doing some great coverage that way.
Good shot by Jeremy. We'll find out if he ties it up right now.
Sure looks that way, doesn't it?
He doesn't miss much when he gets going. Still undefeated.
Just 4.
Just the 4 that are playing now.
Yep. On table 4 and 8, we got this table here, Christoph and Jeremy, and then on table 8 we have Alex and Jesse.
Where's Christoph from?
My gut says that name is very German sounding, but I really don't know if he's got to be a U.S., right? But Christoph You know, it's just like Christoph Waltz. You know, there's that. That's
thought you.
the name sounds German, but I'm not 100%. I have no idea, honestly.
It's awful good.
Oh, he's a strong shooter. You can just tell he's a very deliberate, mechanical.
Racker. They certainly do take their time racking the balls.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I mean, one of the things I love about Mike's tournaments is that they are kind of old school, wild nine, golden breaks, all that good stuff. You know, no jump cues, especially. I love that. But I kind of wish you'd let us use a template.
Speed things along. That's for sure. You know, I asked Mike once years ago why didn't he use jump cues? He said because he can't do it. He couldn't jump with a jump cue, so nobody could use it.
That's an honest answer.
That's what he had said.
I mean, I used a jump cue for the very first time. One of the guys down here let me borrow their jump cue because I was like, boy, I wish because I can jump full cue, but you can only get about half a ball. You can't do these 3-inch jumps over a full ball like these guys are doing. So I borrowed a jump cue and I said, so how do you use this damn thing? And he's like, well, you got to hit there right there.
Get the right line.
And I managed to get
he gets that cue
get that big hop. Oh yeah,
gets it up.
Crazy. But I do like his rationale there. It's like I can't use a jump cue, then you're not using a jump cue.
Don, the score with Alex and
Let's say
it was tie.
It was 5-5.
It was 5-5.
Bobby came in here.
But anything's changed.
You can try to use the reverse angle and take a peek. I'll figure out where my little buttons went. Well, looks like we got Alex at the table, or yeah, is racking. And the score is 6-5, so that would imply that Jesse's up 6-5.
That's the one the last rack. Yeah. Jesse, I've been to his home. He's got a beautiful home with a beautiful pool room, a nice diamond table in it. I gave him some one pocket help once.
Oh yeah,
he got a really nice setup.
Cool.
Now, Cliff, I got today off from soccer games.
Nick Marino says he thinks Christoph's from New York. Well, I mean, we're all American mutts at the end of the day, but I'm just going by the ancestry part of that. Yeah, I think he is from New York. And when I checked his Fargo earlier, it looked like it said something about New York on there.
Hey, Pinkston, it's Bobby Hunt. How are you? Surprised we don't get to see you come down and play. He owns the pool room where Jesse plays.
Oh, wow.
In Newburgh.
Nice.
Gallery.
Here, Mr. Zuglan just barking out right inside the booth with the noises. He's not a subtle fellow.
Playing Mike since 1974, I think.
Yeah. The fellow that was sitting next to him and helping run the tournament was talking about knowing you for 51 years.
Did Mike say that?
Not Mike himself.
Oh.
There's another guy, I can't think of his name, Dave maybe, something. It's another common name, but he was talking about it. So yeah, I known Bobby Hunt for 51 years.
Well, Mike and I, the first time we played, we gambled when we first met.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was about 51 years ago. I got him stuck pretty quick, and we were playing in New London, Connecticut. Well, it was getting later at night, like 10, 11 o'clock, starting to get a little later, and I could see the momentum was changing, and he was making a comeback. So the guy behind the counter asked me if I wanted to stay open late. So I said, no, I gave him $10. Let's close a little early tonight. So he closed early so I could quit Mike ahead. And my favorite part was I got to tell Mike what I did after I got to be friendly with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, we put him in a trap, closed early.
Christoph just eked out that one. We're up 6-5 on table 4.
Both matches.
Yeah, these are both pretty awesome matches. I'm gonna change the scores on this table.
Went home last night, Dave, around, must have been about 7:30. Yeah, I'm sorry I missed it. I stop whenever I drive through your area when I go out and visit my relatives. Yeah, haven't gone in
I
a couple of years.
by the booth looking for you.
Yeah, I used to stop once a year when I go to Ohio. He's a real good player himself. I think I heard he took up golf, though, when it gets warm out. Oh, there's Dante. Go team gallery. Yeah, I'm sorry I missed it last night. I find though as I'm getting older, Dave, I look forward to going home and having dinner,
Yeah, right.
which I never would have done years earlier.
There's nothing better than just sort of unwinding in the recliner, just taking a little relaxation break.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done that when we were young. Talking about a match on table 8, we're watching one of Jeremy's here in front of me, and I'm losing track. Hey, Joanne, how are you? It's Alex.
Modern
Modern
pizza
pizza.
always has a line out the door.
Yeah, we have some good pizza.
Modern,
places.
Stella, Pepe's, you take your pick down there, and it's gonna be a line out the door, literally.
I think. Oh yeah, you got to be if you're at opening, you still have a line. They fill up so quickly.
Mike DeMarco, we do not have a separate stream yet. What's going to happen in the next couple of weeks is we're going to be installing digital pool, the same as you saw when we were covering the Pennsylvania Open from Bluegrass Billiards. So we're going to have that same system here. So we'll have 18 streams available for subscribers to just sort of tune in and look at whatever table you like. But for now, we're covering table 4, and that's Jeremy and Christoph. That will be cool when you can actually just we can just have the scores taken care of for us. We can just just press buttons and say which table do you want to tune into. Let's go over to 13. There's some interesting things happening. You know what I mean?
That's great. It's
going to be so much. It's going to make the stream so much more awesome. It's already awesome, but it's going to be more.
Get every table.
And including the diamonds in the back.
Oh
yeah, all 18. Bobby said he's doing them all. So we'll bring you some bar box games. We'll bring you some. More coverage on the tournament play, and like I said, you can shop a la carte. Your buddy's playing on 12, tune into 12. It's all good.
Christoph just dogged an easy 3-ball. Let Jeremy get back to the table.
I frequently say here in the booth, can we just fast forward to Hill?
Yeah. Cliff, right now they're both on table 4 and table 8. They're both winners. The last 4 winners. And I think the other table was tied at 5-5 or 6-6 last.
I think it's also 6-5 in favor of.
Oh yeah, that's Jesse.
Jesse.
Hey Mike, how are you? Like this team gallery. A real nice ballroom. Beautiful setting too. Got a little tougher angle here than he had hoped for. They let that cue ball run a little bit. He doesn't want to get straight on the 6. Straighter than I expected. I thought he would play that a lot different.
I mean, he's got enough angle to stun up the table.
Oh no,
I believe
he does, but I thought he would leave it closer.
Yeah.
So the spin would carry.
So you can definitely spin it up.
Now he's got to work a little bit. I mean, it's certainly playable. It's just I made it a little tougher, I think, than he wanted.
Gonna have to let a little stroke out here.
Mm-hmm.
Fascinating bridge with his index and his middle fingers tucked under like that. Everybody's got their own techniques, and I'm not. My hand looks weird too, I'm sure, but that bridge, like the rock star, you know what I mean? It's unique to Jeremy as far as I've seen.
I think that's one thing nice about pool. You don't have to have perfect fundamentals. You can make anything work if you put in the time.
Sure.
I see more people using open bridge now than I ever saw in my generation.
I always 99% of the time I'd use a closed loop bridge, but when I started playing pool again about 6 months ago, all of a sudden this whole section of my hand is completely numb. Like I got some sort of ulnar tunnel sort of thing going on. Now my hand, I can't like it. My hand literally trembles when I make a closed loop. So I've been playing a lot more V's. It's tougher, but it's you make do, right? Hopefully this will work itself out. But
I first started playing in the 70s and I started playing pretty good. I had all these old timers would tell me what a beautiful stroke I had, and I was pretty enamored with myself having such a nice stroke. And then I started traveling, and I'm watching people, like with Keith McCready or Hopkins, who have just terrible strokes, and they're great pool players. I was no longer that impressed with myself because I'm watching people play; they play great, and they just don't look smooth.
yeah, it's fascinating to me. There's a couple of players, and I'm not going to go into specifics, but there's a couple of players in here that they crank the cue like they're running a locomotive. You know what I mean? Like that's like up, down, up, down, up, down. And I don't understand how you can actually make good, solid contact. But I'll be damned if they don't nail it perfect. You know what I mean?
Cicero Murphy was a great player in the 50s and 60s. And if you ever stood behind him and you watched him stroke, it was like a big circle.
Yeah.
But when the final stroke, he'd stop and it was
then go straight back and forth.
It was perfect. Yeah.
So it's kind of like revving up the engine and then finally pull it. Yeah, that's. I mean, I tell you what though, if it works, it works. My stroke has always been very, very straight back forth, and then when I'm ready to pull the trigger, I'll pause with the Q-tip right next to the cue, pull back, and then pull. And that's just my rhythm. But some of these guys, like I said, it looks like I liken it to the arm on like a locomotive engine when it's just bobbing around, and I don't know how they make that work, but it works.
They do. I mean, I've seen people. Gabe Owen's a good example, a good player. How he can take his hand up on the butt and he curls underneath the wrist, and he could. I don't know how he can make a ball like that, but he makes it work.
He finds a way.
Alan Hopkins had no backstroke, and he beat the whole world. And then you got Efren.
Yeah.
The same thing, another. So I think you can make anything work if you put in the time. 6-6 over there.
Yeah, we got 6-6, and I was just looking at table 8 on the reverse, and it looks like 7-5 in favor of Jesse.
Yeah.
Still working on this triangle. Give it up on the triangle. Looks like he's just like, all right, I'll just make it with my hands. He's gonna give it an eyeball.
Jeremy's a really good player. He can't put the time in he wants to. Now he has a family. Player.
Definitely a top seed in this tournament, I think, with that 758. Oh, look at that. I mean, he broke, smashed it, and then the cue ball hit the brakes after landing on the table. That's mind-blowing to me.
Greatest 9-ball player, in my opinion, in my lifetime was a man named Toby Sweet, who was kind of in the area of New Britain, the whole area of New York. And he was the first, this is back in the early 70s, that I watched break, and his cue ball would pop up and drop right down the center table.
And park.
And I tried to copy that as I got better and better at pool. In fact, to this day, he's still my favorite 9-ball player I've ever seen. Doubt if he's listening, but if he is, I was a big fan of his.
He's thinking, can I draw this back up for the 3? Because he wants to be on the south side of the table, right? So he can get on the pink ball.
Come back a foot, I think.
That's that. I think he can just hold that there and yeah.
Just keep that angled to get to there's a forward right there.
Yeah, the 4 to the 5 is the hardest part of this rack.
I like these watching lefties play. They look awful good at the table.
Us lefties appreciate that.
There was a period.
I tell you what, though, I mean, they say 10% of the population is left-handed, but I've encountered more left-handed players in the last like 6 months than I would ever expect to be statistically. I noticed JP. I just see what's his name? But there's a good number of players. I was like, oh, wow, wait a minute. We got 4 players at the table and 3 are lefties.
Back in the 80s, a long time ago, when I was playing my best, they say there's 9% of the population supposed to be left-handed, but I'll bet you it was 50% of the top players were left-handed. I mean, you had Mizrak and Mike Siegel.
Oh, yeah. Mike, that's a great example. I noticed that too.
You go on the West Coast, you had Jay Swan, lefty, Steve Cook, but so many top left-handed players were.
Well, supposedly the way the brain is wired, the left-hand side of your body is controlled by the right-hand side of your brain and vice versa. So we always have this lefty saying, it's like left-handed people are the only ones in their right minds.
When I started going on the road, I'm left-handed. So I started going on the road. The guy who would take me, he would never let me hit balls in front of people before the money was posted. He said, because lefties look so good. He didn't want anyone to know I was left-handed until we started the actual match.
Oh, that's amazing.
I think
I had the exact opposite experience, but it's still funny because I remember I had a little bit of a hustle where I just practiced right-handed because I like having the option. And of course, somebody's like, "Hey, can you give me a spot?" I'm like, "Tell you what, I'm not going to give you any spots, games on the wire, but I'll play a left-handed." And he's like, "Oh, all right, cool." Love it.
Yeah, that gets away for about 1 minute.
They see you then you see you start shooting, but hey, game's already in the books, right? Lefties have a great advantage. Well, it depends on which side of the table you're on.
Actually, when we were still playing a push-out, which they don't play anymore, I had realized early on there were areas on the table I could push to that a right-handed player would never take the shot.
I do that a lot.
And it gave us an advantage because it seemed like the right-handed players didn't pick up on it.
Right.
But there were areas that favored us, and I learned early.
Push there.
Yeah,
I'll take the shot. You don't like it because you have to stretch over the table.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It was actually, I learned that watching Toby Sweet.
Yeah.
He was right-handed, but I saw how he was pushing, and I noticed he was thinking on a different level than everybody else. And we were all pushing for shots we thought we could make, and he was pushing to play a good safe on his next shot. Right? This is 10 years before anyone else started.
Yeah.
Then Efren showed up and changed the game.
Talking to Dave Gavish, who's one of our regulars down here, does the table or does a lot of work for Yale Billiards, but he's left-handed as well. And he picked up the Viking Siege that I was using for several months before I got my cues restored. He's like, "Wow, Brian, I really like this cue. This cue really feels really nice." And I said, "That's because it's a left-handed cue."
So I guess I want to fall for that.
It's a left-handed cue. Of course, it feels good.
Mike DeMarco says, "Sounds good." Thanks, Mike. Mike did a lot of good things for pool during the quarantine when we had nothing to watch every night on TV.
Oh yeah.
He was putting out all those pool matches on. I don't know what you call them, but gave us something to look forward to at least.
That's good.
Yeah, we were stuck in the house there quite a while.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, everybody was homebound.
And he was the only one first one doing it. I know others started, but so Mike, thank you for that.
Jeremy with great position here on the little straight because now he's got to do a little work to get on the 9, but it's still a pretty good shot.
Yeah, I think he would have wanted more of an angle. I was kind of force it around.
I mean, hypothetically, I guess, I don't know, there's scientific papers out there. It's a big advantage because the right side of the brain dominating. Well, supposedly left side's all logic and analytics. The right side's the creative process. So maybe it's just a little out of the box thought with the right side when you're sort of using that side of that hemisphere.
Jeremy's getting ready to take a 1-game lead.
I think so too. He had that crazy. It was not. Nailed it.
I thought he caught the point.
Oh, I was worried for a second, but he rolled it right in.
Good, Jeremy. I know we're not supposed to have favorites, but I'd like to see Jeremy do well here.
Check it on Alex. Once we have digital pool, I'll be able to just press table back and forth. But let's see, button thingy. I'll check the placard.
This has 7-6, so I'm guessing the breaker had 7.
We got 7-6 on both sides, and I think that's in favor of Jesse still.
Well,
he had 7-5 at one point. 7-6 just might not be up to date if he did.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see if they move it.
Because I'm pretty sure that's
this gentleman here playing Suat.
Suat, yeah.
He's got a beautiful cue. Ag out of California.
Oh, okay.
Just beautiful stick.
Same thing here. He's got Team Jeremy. That's true. And some work on this table.
Yeah, I'm surprised Mike isn't speaking up. He doesn't like when they drag out.
He pontificated quite vociferously when we opened the tournament about, like, all right, knock it off with the ref.
Well, he grew up in an era where, you didn't do this stuff.
Yeah.
But equipment now,
it's a lot different, yeah.
It's a lot different,
we were playing on actual felt. So, but now it's this high spin thread count kind of cloth, and the game's a lot different.
Yeah, I think in my era, the break maybe was an advantage, but not much. I think now with good players, it's 85%.
They can actually predict shots off the break now. And for us, for me, it was never an option.
Oh, we just hit it hard and hope they didn't scratch.
Absolutely. Keep the cue out of the pocket and you're done.
Steve Mizrak said that one time. I said about his break. He said, I hit it hard and hope I don't scratch.
That's all there was. Now it's like the one's going to fly into the wing ball, see it right like that, The
tables play so, much.
They play so much more consistently.
He shoots the one in the side, but he may have a little trouble getting good on the 2. It looks like he's got to hit it with a little bit of speed. It's hard to hold it. Go down and back, maybe. Jeremy. Well, he hit it pretty good. Nice shot. 2, 3, 4. The only problem I see is a 4 or 5, 4 to the 5 to the 6. Except for that, it looks like pretty easy rack.
Yeah, it's a nice pattern so far.
It all kind of rolls together, except from the 4 to the 5. I think that's what he's trying to see. How good can he get on the 5? Concerned that side pocket, if he goes from the 4 to the 5, he's got to worry about scratching. So he's got to get really good on this ball. But he played that a little different. See how he gets around the table. That way he's playing it. Got to worry about that side pocket.
You kind of predicted this with the 4 to the 5 transition.
So I thought he should have been. Cue ball should be out near the 8 someplace. I thought it would have been easier to get around. See how good he hits it. Now he's got a tough shot to get on the 6. I'm guessing he'll try to cut it in the corner, but it was like a top inside and at 5. But boy, that's a big side pocket right there. Thinking about right now.
I'm not sure how I'd play this. I mean, you got to leverage this 6 ball somehow, right?
Yeah, you got
Put the 5 down that way and put the cue up table if you can, or behind the. I mean, that's the best I can think of. You don't want to. I don't think you pull the trigger on the 5 in the corner because you got no shot at the 6 after that. Right?
Oh, that's why if you do it top inside, maybe.
Maybe. Bobby in the comments section saying last 2 matches are on the subscribers channel. You're absolutely right. The semis and the finals will only be available to subscribers. So if you're enjoying this top pro level action here at the Joss Tour New England, offered to you by Mike Zuglan, that's where you got to be. But we will do at least one more match here on the regular channel and before we go to the semis. Yeah, that's kind of what I predicted a little bit. I said you got to use that 6 ball somehow, and he did use it. The thing is, the 5's exposed, but it has nowhere to go. So the natural safe play here might actually be just a stop shot, leave the cue in this area, and then just sort of push the 5 out. But these guys are way better than I am. Polly's wondering why not the 5 on the side gives natural. Yeah, see, the problem with the 5 on the side is that with the speed you would need, even at pocket speed, the cue ball would have run to the middle of the rail. I think it would have bounced. It literally, because the 5 was around here somewhere, the cue would have had to go like this, and then it would have probably gone straight at the object ball that he was looking to hit next. This is a very, very touch shot if he's looking to try and sneak it, just to leave the cue.
Yep.
Well, he's got the 5 ball right there next to the 6.
So he's trying to get past the 6.
Yeah, I'm sort of wondering if he's going to try and just, sort of push it out. Oh, I think it leaked a little.
Yeah. He can make. Oh, that. Wow, this monitor looks like
he can grab the outside edge, but I don't think he can pocket this 5 ball. Not without a jump cue, and that's the rule.
Even with the jump cue, you couldn't hold the cue ball even if you make it.
I've seen Pearson, Gavrish, and Lucas. I've seen them pull stuff out of their hat with those jump cues. They can work some magic, but not in this tournament. I think he's just going to try to slide past the 9.
Came right at it. Oh.
I did not think he had enough of the ball. He used definitely a lot of right English to sort of push it over towards the corner.
You think where our camera angle, some of those we can't really see him.
Yeah, I mean sometimes I knew he had the edge. I didn't think he had that full. Great shot. Oh yeah, I think he's okay. He should be all right. Oh, he's got plenty of room. He got to the south side of the 8, so this is natural as hell.
7-7.
What a battle! On the this is the quarterfinal on the winner's side. Next ones are going to be the winner of this one. The winner and Alex and Jesse are going to go to the hot seat match, and it's going to be amazing. Great play, and they're both super close. I think they're still 7-7 on both sides.
Is the other one 2-7-7 also?
Oops, but well, let's find out. We'll go to the reverse angle thingy. Zoom over here. Got 8-6 Jesse. I believe that's 8-6 Jesse, because I think Jesse's on the home side.
I believe it is. Yeah.
I can't drop.
He's playing Alex.
Yeah, it's Alex.
Jesse must be on break. One of them is taking break.
Maybe it's over. Yeah, they're messing around with the balls. I think Jesse won. That's my best guess. Jesse must have won that one.
Yeah. That would put him in the hot seat, right?
I would put Jesse as one of the hot seat.
Yep, playing
for the hot seat.
Yep.
Meanwhile, back on table 4. Got Jeremy at the table looking at the 1 ball, and the 2 is buried.
I think I'd be trying to 2-rail and put the cue ball behind that the 2-4, 2-5-6, 2-4-5. I don't think he's going to be able to break it up.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Put the cue ball up in this section.
Yeah, because I don't see any future making this ball.
I am totally making no future in this ball shirts that says Bobby Hunt right on the bottom. We'll kill it in our Shark Stream store coming soon.
Wait a minute.
Oh, is there a window?
But it should close. Oh, on the overhead, it looks like you can hit it.
Looks like the window might be open with a little swerve, maybe.
Be an easy jump if he had it. So sure. Sean, Dave, does Sean get gappers when the team gallery does well?
Hey, had the window. Look at that. Right off the 7 ball. I mean, you still got an issue with the 2, but that was a fun shot. I hit the. I want to see that again. Because that window is very narrow and right off the 7.
Interesting to see how's he going to get out of this one.
I think he's thinking the same thing. How am I going to get out of this one?
If it's not frozen, he can just thin it. But if it's frozen, I think he has a problem. Yeah, it looks like he could just thin it, put it behind the purple. Oh, he didn't want to catch the purple.
Still pretty secure there.
Yeah. $5 at a time.
Hey, lessons cost money.
Yeah. I got a feeling though the cue ball's going to be behind that pink ball in a couple of seconds. I guess you could do it either way.
Yeah, I like hitting the 2 fuller and putting the cue behind the pink.
Yeah, down there, Jesse's playing great. I don't think he can hit it. But last time I thought he couldn't hit it, he did.
Yeah, exactly.
Positive.
You're not wrong. Yeah, he's got the outside edge of the 2, but I don't think he can put it into the 5 for a combo of sorts. Then again, we've misjudged this before.
Yeah, I mean, now in this, on my monitor here, it looks like easy. Up there, it looks tougher. That doesn't look almost impossible there. And this, well, now it's looking. I guess it depends on the angle.
Yeah, he's gonna rub the 2 ball and then put the cue up table behind. You got the whole defensive line just sitting right there, just saying, "Come hide." Yeah, that's gonna be a little.
Jeff, there's still got to be the 10 players left. I don't know all of them.
Well, we just saw that Jesse beat Alex, I believe.
So Alex
Alex will be on the one loss side waiting for a little while. And we had Christian Cabrera. Bust out my bracket phone. Had the picture up a second ago. Let's see. So we got Sam Tragus was playing Suad Kantarevic. Is it Kantarevic? Suad and so Chris Cabrera and Ron Casanzio, Jonathan Smith, Nick Coppola, and we had Dr. Bob Medenjen. He was supposed to play Bo Powers, but Bo is not able to return today, so he advanced. Those are your top 12. I'm not sure who won on the one loss side. Haven't been out to the desk yet.
looks like a combination.
But that would imply that we're down to the top. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8.
I think so.
We'd get to we should be around 8 right now.
I think the field cuts in half now, almost every. Any projection of what time they'll be finishing the semis and the finals? Oh.
Historically speaking, 7:30. Combo.
He hit that pretty. Surprised he hit it so hard.
Yeah, he smacked it, but he
Yeah.
left the 4 right in the pocket. Usually when I hit it like that, the 4 would just shoot off to the center dot on the short rail, and I'd be screwed.
That happened a lot. He just doesn't want to be straight on the 6 ball.
When this match concludes, I'll go out and take a new picture of the bracket and get you guys up to date. I don't know if we're gonna play
Whoa.
one more one loss side before we go to the subscribers only, or if we're gonna do 2, but we'll check.
I think that would be just semis and the finals.
Well, it's gonna be
That's what.
the winner of the loser side and the winner of the winner side, and that's the final. And then that could go 2 matches because we're doing full double. So I think the final 3 sets, or Bobby said 2 sets. So the winner of the winner side versus the winner of the loser side is the final, and then the 2 best on the one loss side will be this. We'll call the semifinal. Those are going to be subscribers. So I think there's one more match on this. Because, yeah, we're down to 8 on the one loss side. That means we're down to 4. We'll air that one on the regular stream, and then the 1v1 on the one loss side. That's the semifinal. We'll put that on the members only channel. So one more match coming up, and then we'll switch over to subscribers.
Jeremy on the hill with us.
Sure looks that way.
Very nice.
Just like that, Jeremy's on the hill. So let me do this. Let me do the math in my head here. No, there might be 2 more because, yeah.
I think
Whoever loses the hot seat match between what's looking like Jeremy and Jesse, that one will be the semifinal versus whoever comes up through all the way through the one loss.
We're going to have a couple more matches on the one.
I think we're going to have 2.
Anything happening on 8? Have they sent? I haven't heard Mike announce anything. Send anybody out yet?
There's balls on 8, but don't see anyone walking around really. You know what I mean? That pink ball just sort of wobbling there.
Okay, when I was playing pool, nobody could ever touch the rack once the wood was off. The rack was off. The way they move things around now with their fingers.
Yeah.
That was never allowed. But you couldn't read the rack back then like they can read it now. Say why the racking it takes so long.
You get 5 minutes of pool, and then you get 5 minutes of racks.
That might have still issues.
Got Mike sitting right off to the right side of this table. I'm a little shocked he's not just like, get on with it.
5 minutes at least sitting there.
There
he
it is.
There he is.
What's the hell's going on here, fellas?
I'd like to have Mike. We should get a microphone on Mike Zuglan.
Would love to have a mic right now, but we'd also have to go with the mature language content.
I'm gonna walk over to see if I can hear something.
In the back. Time for the boss to rack. You are not wrong. Yeah, Nick, I agree. I mean, maybe that decal's causing issues. Looks like the mic's in agreement. Just going to peel it right off. Either way, these tables only got about 2 more weeks of using this cloth, and we will be resurfacing them as we frequently do here at Yale Billiards. So this is a temporary issue, I think. And it's fascinating to me because Mike made it very clear to all the players that the 2 is racked in the back. They still got the 8 sitting where the 2 should be. I feel like I can go outside and get some fresh air, and I'll still come back, and they'll still be farting around with this rack. I'm sorry, I'm not being critical, but oof. I'm gonna have a template, Mike. JP, to answer your question, Bobby's staying with gray for tables 4 and 8. The rest will stay blue. Jeremy he just got in. Are we freezing out Jeremy on the break? I don't know what's going on right now. You got Mike Zuglan standing there trying to rack. We had Christoph Neumeyer there playing with the rack for about a good solid 7 or 8 minutes now. Jeremy was contesting the rack. It's just like crazy. Yes, Bobby, table 8's done. I was sort of checking in on that. table, and I'm about 90% sure Jesse won 9-6 over Alex Bosch. There you go, swap out the plastic. There he goes. He's moving the 2, and it's still on the wing. That's making me laugh. Yeah, this is getting crazy. Comes the Ron Popeil cloth iron. I love that. And we have it called Set It and Forget It. Just literally. LFV chiming in. He says that you got to change the spot on table 4. Well, Mike just peeled it off. So it's not there anymore. I'm not sure what's going on now. All right. I'm going to take a walk.
Well, they seem to have finally settled on a rack they both like. Took Mike Zuglan to come in and try to straighten things out. You say I missed some things. Yeah, Lucas, we can't just move them to bad table and other tables. Same problem last weekend, yeah. At least they finally got the break. We just started, they just had the break. So, I turned it back.
Okay.
So they finally settled on the break.
We settled on the snap, and stay tuned for 5 p.m. when we get ready for the Hill match in this game.
One thing that was interesting going on is I don't have any idea. The gentleman was out of the crowd who was racking. And then one of the guys, the cook, was racking him too.
He's taking a chance.
They were all over there, yeah. I didn't add anything to it.
Table 7 racks better. I mean, yeah, once we peel the cloth off in a couple of weeks, you're gonna look at that spot and there's gonna be nothing wrong with the slate. I agree with Nick.
This is, I gets beat down from getting hammered on the break.
Oh, sure, but at the same time, the cloth and the sticker that's on there is probably largely at fault. But we're underway, so that's cool. Yay.
About 10 minutes.
That was a solid 15 minutes, I think we spent. But okay, cool. Thanks for staying tuned. We still have 169 of you watching the rack fest of the Joss Tour New England.
I would like to see at this point, just put one guy racks and
yeah, get a ref.
You do, and you both take what he gives you.
Suck it up. That's it.
I said that to Larry Goscotti one time. He goes, "Yeah, but you can buy the ref too."
Oh,
so, got a point.
That is not a bad point. No. Tough shot. Did he get there?
Can't tell. I can certainly hit it, but I can't tell if he can.
I don't think he can pocket it.
Doesn't look like he can pocket it. But all publicity is good publicity.
Mr. Hilton, just Blublet. I can't imagine mangling that word any worse than Bobby Hilton just did. Plubisty.
Oh, they didn't even pick up on it.
Yeah, I mean, your brain corrects it for you.
Yeah.
But when you stare at it.
Is he shooting a bank or is he?
No.
See where it's.
Oh, he missed the ball entirely. Wow. That was unexpected.
Let's look at the run on 1-2.
I don't want to insult to injury, but
you are.
He didn't rub it. No, I didn't see it move at all. That's a big opportunity for Christoph. Ball in hand, pretty wide open table. It's a double ball in hand. We got all the comics in the comment section today.
We've got a lot of quiet time to think while they're racking the ball.
We got to come up with the good ones.
I'm interested to see if this gentleman runs out. It's Hill. How long is the next rack going to take?
Michael, you are not wrong. I mean, he did about 3 minutes of solid discussions on like, let's knock it off with the rack stuff, and then he's out there doing racking himself and trying to peel the spot. So. No, Nick, I was agreeing with you. I was not chastising.
No, because I don't ever like to see someone tapping that one ball with anything, because it has to be making a little indentation.
You would think over time. Yeah.
And if it gets deep enough, how's that affect it when the cue ball gets hit from it's going to bounce up a little bit coming out of the dip?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, but I'll tell you what, when we get the table, when we get what's his name, Masters Billiard, when they come in here and peel this cloth back, we're all going to have a nice hard long look at that, including you, Lucas, to see if there's any truth to that statement. I agree with Nick right here. He says, come on to the warehouse. We can smash cue balls on all kinds of slates, and it's going to shatter before it dents. See, I don't think slate in general has that malleability that you would think so. I guarantee you.
But he would play for a different.
Yeah, he's on the rail and he's straight into the 6. It's a rock. Well, I mean, fair enough, but even, you know, diamonds can be scratched. The you know, the actual, you know, whether or not there's actual wear underneath the head spot, or foot spot, I bet you when we peel this cloth up, there's nothing
No,
there.
I think the slate will be fine.
I think the slate's perfectly fine.
Tapping it all, Nick. Yeah, I was surprised I thought he would come across to this side so he could hold an angle instead of drawing right at it.
Right. In jump shots is another thing that I don't agree with, but at the same time, I don't think you're damaging the slate. I think you're just wrecking the cloth.
That's how I agree. Well, Paul Carson, the problem. You assume you hit the left side of it and try to put the 8 over, leave it over here, and then the cue ball on the other side of the 9. Try to put the 9 in the middle. I don't see anything unless he wants to go all out and check the game on a bank shot.
See, Michael says slate chips, and you're absolutely right. It can chip, but I don't think slate dents. That's my opinion.
Michael's saying Italian slate's soft enough to drill. No, I didn't realize it.
Well, drills are, and we're talking about a whole different subject there.
We saw it chipping, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, drill bits can, you know, do what they do. But at the end of the day, like, I really don't think the slate itself will be affected by a tapping of a cue ball or a break or any of that kind of stuff. But we'll find out in about 2 weeks.
Let's see what he does here.
Yeah, he had to play behind the 9 if he could.
He hit it forward than he wanted.
Yeah, I think he was looking to slide a little further. Might have sold this 8 out.
Well, be tough to get on the 9.
Well, from that distance, you can get down on the 8, but you're going to have that risk of massing and missing the 8 in the corner, especially with the tight pockets.
He could be a real coward and just play outright safe, but I can't see.
I don't see a great save here. Where are you thinking?
He could hit the 8 to the middle of the short rail up top where the nameplate is, and just leave the guy an 9-foot bank shot. Cue ball will bounce. No, just straight topspin. It'll go to the rail and just bounce to the middle.
Oh, I see what you're saying. It'll just literally
the 8
go.
ball's the whole shot. It's got to stop on the nameplate. You're forcing him to take if he wants to shoot it, a tough bank shot without guaranteed position.
And the 9's on the other side of the table.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm not saying to do that, but I do see the safe there. Oh, he went for the win. Oh, now he's got to come in another good shot.
I like this shot. A lot of people. I'm lefty, and you're lefty, right?
Yes.
So this shot is a natural for us.
This is what I meant before about push out.
Exactly.
This is the shot
for a righty,
and they're going to pass.
And they pass it back. You're going to put them down.
Jeremy's not really very tall, so he's going to have to stretch a little. But I think he'll make it. He plays so good.
Thank you, S. Flynan. Commentator used the correct term, malleability. Rock in general is not malleable, and quite frankly, the cue ball is probably softer than the slate. You're more likely to dent the ball than the slate, I think, at this point. We believe Jesse did.
Yeah, Jesse won the match. I was just talking about.
Good. Thanks for this stream, and thank you guys for all weighing in on how slate does or does not bend. But Jeremy just took it down.
Very nice.
With a big win there. He goes to the top 2 on the winner side with Jesse.
I guess we'll get a few minutes to send another match out.
I would imagine at this point everybody was waiting for that match to finish. Go ahead, then. All right, guys, stay tuned. We'll bring you another match real shortly. We'll see what Bobby Hunt is going to go out and talk to the man Mike Zuglan himself and figure out what's going to happen next on tables 4 and 8. Yeah, that was a big set. Nicely done. Tough loss for Christoph, but I don't think he's out. He'll be on the 1-loss side waiting for a game. I imagine we're going to see one of the 2 remaining 1-loss tables on table 4 or 8 shortly. But stay tuned, folks. We got some more pool for you. It's a great tournament so far. Like, folks, my phone's blowing up. Give me 1 minute. Well, as soon as we have another match for you, we'll put that out there. We're still doing it. Checking out the spot, checking out the racks, checking out the triangle. Wow. Look at this. We got another triangle. Go get one of those max racks from Taom, or Magic Rack. I forget which one's which. Let them have a go at it. All right, folks, stay tuned. We're going to have another match for you shortly. folks, thanks for staying tuned. Still got about 120 of you hanging around there. We're going to start the hot seat match on table 8. It's going to be between Jesse there. As you see, get Jesse on the right-hand side of your screen. He's going to go back to 0. Defeated Alex Bausch. And as you just saw on table 4, our red player is going to be Jeremy Sopsey. Switch and copy that over. Here we go, Alex. Oh, shoot, I put it in the wrong spot. This will be our hot seat match. See Bobby Hunt coming back towards the booth. Once these guys are ready to go. Wow, I just looking at the comments section. You guys are blowing it up. Good job. The guy says maybe the balls need to be cleaned. They clean every ball every night. So I would imagine if there's any dirt on there, it's just been introduced in the first hour of play. It looks like that's Jesse getting warmed up on table 8. He just played a match against Alex Bosch and won 9-6 to get to this match. We'll get underway shortly, so stay tuned. This is going to be another great match between two very, very strong players.
Getting ready to start. Both the players just got to the table.
They are getting right side.
Well, they're standing there. Yeah, Jeremy just came back, and I think they're getting ready to live.
Yep. Buckle up, folks. Here we go. Hot seat match.
Yeah, I thought they would hold off on this for a while. I guess not.
And I as well.
Did Jesse won that leg?
I'd say so.
Wow. If that table's faster than the last one.
I mean, I know that if I say anything at all, everybody will argue with me in the comments section, but my personal feeling is I think 4 plays a little faster than 8. I think so. 8, I mean, they both have the exact same cloth on it, but at the same time, it just anecdotally speaking, it feels faster on 4. Here we go.
Well, this is a different table, but Jesse said this table's hard to rack good on too.
Yeah, there's been quite a bit of discussion in the comments section about the foot spot, the sticker, the various theories involving divots and all this other stuff. So it's all over the place. Anthony says the rails on 8 are bouncy.
Eddie, how are you? It's Bobby. Been heard from you in a while.
Yeah, I just got hiatus for a little while there.
See, it's been a while.
Well, let's just let's play the game, fellas. Wow, I could hear that from inside the booth. I could hear that from way inside the booth.
Cue ball and hit it.
I didn't know better. I'd say Rob Pearson was out there breaking, you know? Zeus.
See anybody hit any harder than I don't know. Can you get past the 7 and make the 1? Looks pretty close. Looks pretty tough.
Oh, that would be real hard.
Dylan says the rails are faster, but I do think they're point bouncy. Right. Let's see. This monitor doesn't look like it goes. So what's he looking to push? I think I'd be pushing down here on the short rail. Oh, he's looking the other direction. I guess
the 6 is blocking the corner, so he's just going to leave him there.
Got to type the 8-9. Type 3. I like that. Good. Pete Genovese.
They both play bad because I lost on both tables yesterday.
And Pete, that goes without saying, Pete. Yeah.
You know, it's a strange coincidence. Every table I'm playing on is bad.
But maybe Bobby has to replace him.
Sun's in my eyes, people walking around, you know, it's just
You ever watched them play out of the Philippines? With the rooster crowing, and I was watching a match a while back, and a cat runs across the table, and they don't even flinch.
Not even there.
Over here, you get a bad piece of chalk, and someone's complaining.
A little speck of chalk on the table, and it's like, oh, what's wrong with this place?
And I think the Filipinos are the best players in the world, and they're playing on terrible conditions.
Just it. Man up, rub some dirt on it, walk it off. At the end of the day, it's not the equipment.
I would like to see, and especially near the end of the tournament, just get one racker for both, and you accept the rack they give you.
Yeah.
You know? So, this is kind of a one-pocket shot.
It sure is.
Kick off the bottom rail and catch the right side of the 1, give you separation. I mean, it's not guaranteed easy, but it's got a built-in good safe if you hit it anywhere decent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't see
Anthony Oliveira, we are equipment princesses.
Yeah.
We're going to go around and just give everybody little tiaras as they play tonight.
Try to make them wear
it. I'll go to Burger King and get a whole bunch of crowns. That's all we got to do.
Stop short.
Well, in either corner, it looks like. Just how do you want to get on the 2?
I would think we'd have to cut it to the left corner. Let's get the cue ball going towards the 2 ball.
Mm-hmm.
But can't tell. That's what he's trying. He could, maybe he'll just roll it in the corner and use the 3 and E8 as a blocker if he misses too. He went all out. And
fortunate on this lead.
But he made it when he hit it.
It looked like it. But this is the tightest table in the house. 4-inch pockets. You look in this overhead, you take a look at those rails just encroaching on the side pocket, especially. It's just, you can sort of see right there. It's like, that's the normal size pocket. That's not table 8.
See. If you could try it. Can you get, is it looking between us? I was thinking you kick it off the long roll, try to hit the top of the 1, you're going right at the 9. If you want to be a little aggressive.
It's wild 9. Ship it. That would be something to see. You'd never see that out of these guys. Brian Merrick, I can already hear screaming at his TV. It's like, that's wired.
Yeah.
Look at this.
You hit it, Brian Merrick.
What?
It was a nice start, Jeremy.
What I got to do? Kick combo? Yepper.
And him does a 1-pocket shot. He is that great.
Terrific shot. Wow.
Way to start.
Guess it was wired.
Yeah. Turns out
you just got to hit it 2 rails and then cut the 9 in the corner and you're ready to rock and roll.
So we down to about 8 players, it looks like.
We should be down to the top
Or
8,
8 or 6.
possibly 6, because they had to start the one loss side along the way in the last match.
And Seward, I think, lost. I thought Ron.
Oh, really? He was playing on table 3. I didn't see it result.
Yeah, he was playing Ron Sanzio. And when it was over, I didn't see who won, but Ron was smiling. And
Well, that's usually an indicator.
that's what I thought too. But I'm not sure. Anything?
Yeah, you got at least one. You got the 2 ball.
Well, I think it's going to cut to 1 because it looks like the 6
The
is
6
there.
gonna make it big.
Yeah. I'd even go off to 5 if you hit it really bad.
But the 6 might follow it right.
He just got the control cue ball. Just go down to the middle of the table. Very nice.
A good shot on the 3 here. Oh, ran it a touch, but not terrible.
Looks like he might have brought the side pocket into play. He's gonna have a lot of trouble getting good on that pink.
And that pink 4, yeah.
Kind of far. Oh, he's gonna try to use inside.
He's in the corner with a little inside, it looks like.
Be a nice shot if it works. Hey, hit it pretty good. Just the shot he had in the 9 in the last set to win.
Really familiar territory here.
Yeah. Of course, 5-6. See what's going to stop him.
Ooh,
Thought I spoke too soon.
use the whole pocket.
Certainly did. Well, I think I would hit this about as easy as I thought I could get away with without losing, the lines.
Try to leave the 5
So it just hangs
as close as possible.
move at all. Surprised. Well, he guaranteed himself a shot. That was good.
Excuse me. Yeah, no, he kind of got away with that. That speed was a little aggressive.
I was surprised. Because if he cinches this, the 7 should go on the side. Oh,
Ooh,
I spoke too soon.
yeah.
I can't tell if he can make it.
A little gap.
Think there's enough to cut that in?
It's gonna be razor thin,
Wow.
but it's possible, I think.
Or is he thinking to put 7 on the rail and with the 8 in the way and put the cue ball on the short rail to the right? No, he wants to shoot if he can. This looks impossible. Cut it this way. Can Dylan just tell us the fast rails on this thing?
He was mentioning that there is Anthony as well. Said that they're a little bouncier.
You get that way farther than I expected. I think he would have liked to have that 7 on the rail. Still made a pretty good shot.
Put you on a decision here.
It's Jason, the old New London crew. Yeah, I missed that going to that pool room. It's changed a lot in the last 5-6 years now. was going to New London since 1971. Oh, I don't miss the drive. Gonna shoot at it? That's a tough shot. Oh, I'll let Jeremy get ahead.
Yeah, I mean, if
Tough.
Jeremy gets a lead on you, he's hard to catch.
Just gonna draw it across. Yeah, looks like it.
Sure looks that way.
Yeah. Wait, I thought he played to the top, the outside. You know, perfect.
Wrong with that.
I think it came a little closer to the side than he'd hoped, but he hit it perfect. It's Jeremy.
He's kind of planning on going to Milford today, but we'll see how long this takes.
Jimmy's got a really nice break. I like watching him.
There.
Wow, he did. That surprised me. He didn't make anything, I don't believe.
It's dry.
1-2, little trouble of the 5 and 9. Look for that to off and wide open. It's gonna be tough to get on this front line. No, this is the final on the winner's side, Cliff. There's still, I think, about 7 or 8 people in the tournament, but this is for the hot seat. They're really good on the 3 to get good on the 4. So many balls in the way out there.
You gonna try and break this out now?
I don't think he wanted to because it's
Now he is.
I might have to now, yeah. But you can't really. I don't see how you can control it very well on the breakout. You know,
Could easily get stuck on the 6.
Yeah. he's tall enough where he can stretch to it.
The 9 right
Oh,
out,
that
got
was
the
very
4 on the side. I think that was as best that could have gone.
I think he's gonna have to. He's gonna draw it back for 5-7. See much else he can do from there.
Playing it hard into a 4 inside pocket
Yeah.
is always a risk.
He's gonna have to hit it pretty far. be a really good shot if he makes this and gets good on that 5.
Yeah, perfect.
There's not much.
There's the risk.
Look at the cue.
Look at where. Oh my!
He almost snookered him.
Yeah, I think he might have. Might be. Yeah.
He still have a great shot if he plans on trying to make this and get on anything. No, if he can hit the right side of the floor, he'll get a pretty easy save. I guess he can't do it.
He's going straight at it. I mean, it's false start, 5-yard penalty.
I don't even see a safe at all. He must be.
He's coming off the rail.
Oh, tougher than it looked.
Firm hit, and look, it's gonna hit a. Okay, he lost a little steam there at the end.
Looks like they're on break for a second.
It does look that way.
Bear with us. I think you're gonna bank the 4 up here. Try to put the QO down there behind the 5 and 6.
I see what you're saying. Go around the 9 with a 4,
Yeah.
sort of.
Unless he can make the 4-7, but I don't think he can.
Oh, it's makeable.
Here,
From this angle, it's makeable.
didn't look this good from the other angle. Back. We have another tournament going on too right now, right? You didn't get in that second chance?
I would have loved to, but turns out just sit here.
Oh, he made a nice shot. Unfortunate though.
Made the 7, but yeah, that 4 kind of trickled out a little bit. This is a 1 pocket shot too.
Problem is you can't control the cue.
The cue's gonna go flying. Yeah.
I would just go all out safe. Try to put the cue up here by the 8 ball someplace. There's 4 down there.
Written them on from the point of view of a guy that wants to go watch some football and have a beer. So let's see some action. You called it exactly right. Ooh, didn't get there though.
But he run into the 9. So order something. And do this for a few minutes.
Exactly. Well, I don't even. I know every item on this menu, and I don't know if I want to just take a drive somewhere. They got kicking chicken in the comments section, looking to hawk a Gold Crown 1. Boy, that's got to be it.
Yeah, Bruce has had it. for years.
Yeah. He's got a Gold Crown 1 for $500, all just taken apart already. All you got to do is come get it. He said he would deliver for $100 extra, but that's a great deal on a Gold Crown.
Oh, I think so. But he's selling a house and the table's so big.
Yeah.
Can't get it out of there. And I don't think you can get behind this to play safe.
Let's see.
And then look like there's one behind it.
Anything, you have to almost do a 2-rail kick and stick.
Yeah, that's how I like it, the 2-rail. But can he get behind it? It's my point. Looks like there's not much room in it. But if he can hit from behind, that'd be I believe, the right shot. It looks like it's a cue ball stick.
It depends.
Oh,
behind the back.
Well, I can't do that at all.
It's going to be a pretty easy tap in for Jeremy.
Understand that. Is he complaining about us?
Oh, blue. Now, once we get the digital pool in here, I'm going to convince Bobby to get me a touch screen so that when I can sit here, I can just do this.
Move things around.
That'll be cool. I will say this, though. I was talking to Frank Maialetti, and he said there's a program I can get for my iPad that'll let me draw lines on that. So I'll look into that. This is after I told him I was stealing all his bits from his Pennsylvania Pro-Am Sharks, stream out there. I'm like, I'm taking this, I'm taking that. But to his credit, he said, "Yeah, let me know. I'll send you all the files." So I'm like, all right, cool. Yeah, can't argue with that one. I wouldn't like this shot, but a righty can, but definitely.
Jeremy start getting ahead.
Jeremy's got a
We don't know.
little bit of wind. It's literally Jesus Christ in the comments section. Who we got on the B side? That's a great question. I did say that I was going to go out and take a picture of the bracket, and I totally forgot.
Well, I can see Ron Stanzo playing right here.
Yeah, he's on table 7.
But oh, he's playing Alex Bosch.
Alex Bosch.
Yeah, I remember him saying it.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to sort of look around the room a little bit.
Yeah. Can't be a lot more people.
Looks like that's Christoph playing on table 3 over here. Everybody else is in the second chance tournament, as far as I can tell. You got Alex on table 7. Sure who he's playing.
Proves.
I say it fairly frequently when somebody says something a little off color. I'll say, "You need Jesus," thanks to a friend of mine out of Michigan. And now that we have Jesus in the chat section. Lucas is out. He left yesterday. Bo, what's his last name?
Didn't show up today.
He didn't come, so he's out.
Bob Medengian out there playing somewhere?
Bob got the bye because of Bo.
Yeah, so is he playing now?
Dr. Bob's got to be playing somewhere if he didn't.
Okay.
Hit that right into the rail, and then
That's scratching his.
got caught by the side hole. Yeah, I'm pretty sure those actually open when the cue ball's approaching. They physically move.
Really amazing angles you can scratch at that you can't shoot them at that angle.
If you had ball in hand and just had to tap the ball into that from that angle, you probably would take you 10 times to figure it out.
I just don't hit the 8. Oh, short. Look how short they came up.
I'm a little surprised. I think he got a little too much left. But he's, I mean, here we go.
And Jesus says brutal.
Nice little tap safe. That was a natural shot.
I think how he's going to kick at it. Still looking at the one rail kick. To me, like he didn't have much room for error.
And this is going to be a real tight shot.
Unless he's a little right to pull it back a little bit. Good that he hit it. Very nice.
It was
Very
nice.
show that one again. That was a great shot.
And it looked easy.
Yeah, he really did. Good shot.
Just got to tap it in.
Let's see. He a little shorter than he would. He wanted to be straight in. Now he's going to do something a little bit for the 6. Yeah, Harry, that was quite a shot.
Chicken weighing in.
He's going to try to draw and stay above the 6.
Low, that's for sure. Got the outside. It's going to be okay. What a touch. What a touch.
That's why I had a bit for side pockets. Just got to work. I would have shot it in the corner. I just got to work it around the table. Left and short on the table. Yeah, check it. I was thinking the same thing. Perfect. F4. Yeah, Harry, I believe he's got himself into stroke right now. Jesus wants to know what was the highest Fargo.
You're looking at him.
Jeremy would be 758, I believe.
Tim. Next closest, I believe, was Lucas at 747, 748, something like that. Or she had Alex Bosch, I think, is a 720. There's a few others, but they were by far, by at least 10, 20 points. Jeremy at 758 is the highest. First blind was Lucas.
He was. What do you go for? Do you know?
450.
Pretty cheap.
Suad bought himself for 450. Say Jeremy was not a blind bid, but he went for about the same amount, probably 400-ish.
Yeah, I was surprised he didn't go for a blind bid.
Probably the third blind. Mike did 3 blind bids, but I can't remember. I know. Oh, this.
Bosch.
Yeah, you had Alex, Lucas, and the bracket. Pretty sure a name will pop out.
hit that pretty good. Oh, so you hit it really good. Christian Cabrera still in?
I don't know.
Hit for the side. What just happened? He fouled? He hit replay? He called a foul on something. Oh, it's too late. We missed it. Yeah, I didn't see what it was.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the dispute there was.
We didn't get that quick enough. Well, Jeremy wouldn't have called it if he wasn't right.
Who the heck? Third blind. Looking at all the names and it's not jumping out at me. Maybe Pete Genovese. That doesn't sound right.
Yeah. That looks like a tough shot he played for him. Up his bat as well.
I remember now it was Josh Steele.
He was
I'm
third.
pretty sure he was the third blind, but tell you what, I'm thirsty, so I'm going to take a quick walk. I'll take a picture of the bracket, and we'll find out that answer for you in a moment.
All right, well, you only got me for a few minutes, so can't quite tell if it's assuming you just draw it straight back and play the 7 in the corner. Looks like it. Today, I'm fine. Thank you. Oh, people back. Yeah, our monitors and the matches out there.
You commentating?
Yes, you are too right now.
So
Picking up everything.
I saw that kick on 3 earlier. When
He missed the 7,
Ditched. Yeah,
Oh.
he did.
but the first open ball Jeremy's missed. Well, Jesse better get started. Jeremy's pulling ahead fast.
Let's get back to it. Have a good one.
Thank you. His stick hit the table because he didn't get any follow through. That would explain why he doesn't have a shot. So I'm thinking he thins his left of the 8, tries to put him behind the 9 ball, so force Jeremy to kick at it or have a tough bank shot. The only thing I could think of, hit follow through stopped. Maybe he miscued because he should have spent a lot of time chalking the skew just now. I like that better than my idea. That was really a good shot. I'd be calling it frozen, that's for sure. It was a nice save. Oh yeah, you really got it. Bear with me for a few minutes, please. But it's called white, but it's not. It's the brick white, yeah, but it's not. It's so white. I got the black. Working this thing. Very nice. Yeah, that's the other white shaft. So we like it. Yeah.
Big miss there from Jesse. That's going to cost him. I think that's going to put Jeremy at 5. I got the camera on the wrong table. To go on the comments section here, and I'll put a link to the bracket as it stands as of 2 minutes ago. There you have it. There is the link to the phone picture I just took. But to answer the question verbally, who's still in it? I think Ron Costanzo advanced over Chris Cabrera. I want to say Suad won over Sam Travis. John Smith, Nick Pola, don't know. And Dr. Bob advanced. So pretty sure. Well, that's interesting. I just took this picture and it's. Oh, here we go. I shared the wrong picture. I'm a nut. All right, so Ron Costanzo and Alex Bosch are playing on table 3. Dr. Bob Medenjen and Christoph Neumeier are playing on table 2. The winners of those will play each other. I think. And then the winner of that will go on to play the loser of this one. I shared the wrong link. Hang on. No, I shared the right one. I was just looking at the wrong photo on my phone. So click that link if you want to see the current brackets. Jeremy just rubbed the 2 into the rail, and it's just going to leave Jesse with a bank shot for a safety. Maybe. Hard to say. Christoph's Fargo, good question. Notice that in the comments section. Let me take a look at the Fargo rate.
Sorry.
What did I miss here? Jeremy's 5.
Christoph Newmeyer 731, and Jesus Christ looked it up for me. I didn't even notice that. I just looked at what is Christoph Fargo, and of course our pal Jesus answered it already. Knows all and sees all, right?
I like the name Jesus.
I just like the profile picture. That's perfect.
Oh my goodness.
If you're gonna go there, you might as well lean into it, I guess. Christoph is playing Bob on table 2, and Ron is playing Alex on table 3. This is the hot seat match.
So we down to just 4 people after.
So after the one loss side completes this round, we'll have 2 on the one loss side, and we'll have those 2
And the 2
plus the loser of this.
So we'll have 4.
We'll have a total of 4.
People out there see this match. People out there, do they see this?
No, this is just on our screen. I was gonna share it out with people if they were interested in a minute. So those 2 matches on the one loss side will play each other. We'll air that one on this channel, and we'll shut it
I'm
down.
gonna probably follow up after
And
this.
then the loser of this plays the winner of those 2. That'll be the second to last match, and then there's the finals. So we'll show you that after this match, and then we'll probably switch to members only.
Jeremy's running away with this one.
Definitely making a statement here so far.
Gonna have to get off the rail. He's gonna have a problem getting from the 7 to the 9.
And that's the trickiest part of this. She starts sending these balls in with force. You got to be right there in the center, and he just nailed it.
And he perfect.
He hit it with low left, threw the ball into the corner, and pulled the cue back up table. It was just couldn't ask for a better shot.
Like does he have enough angle to get around the table?
I think he's
Or
got.
is he gonna go forward?
He's got to go forward. No, he's in great shape.
I just met a very nice young man in the other room. Logan.
Oh yeah,
He plays really good, and he's still 14 years
he's a 14-year-old kid. He played in our sink or swim tournament here a couple
said
weeks. He won it, and not only did he win it, he won it by double dipping Joey Antoniani, which I love to remind him about. And so that was a big feather in his cap, and that was the very first tournament he ever played in.
He was just telling me that.
And then the following day, the Sunday after, was Labor Day, and thank you. He
Can I roll some?
For second by itself.
yeah, he went into the Labor Day tournament, and I think he finished first in that one too. So he's quite a trend. Jeremy broke dry, so Jesse's at the table.
See, 6 and 9. It's be about the time I'd be trying to make a deal with my opponent. Pretty bleak. So beautiful.
And no matter what happens, he's guaranteed top 3.
Oh yeah, and he's still playing too.
So, my picture captured what the payouts look like. It's normally up. Oh, it's up.
I see it. Yeah, 1150.
So there's your payout right there.
So yeah, he's the worst he can do 750. So we're down to 6 players now, Brian.
Yeah, we got 7th and 8th is decided. That was Suad and
Okay.
Jonathan.
So we're losing 2-1 right now. Oh,
We're losing 2, so
okay.
it's either going to be Alex,
Yep.
Alex
Ron.
versus Ron. And then we have
John Smith.
now Bob, Dr. Bob and Christoph. Still hanging around.
I used to play Bob Medengen a lot a couple of years ago before the quarantine. He's a really good player. Back when he first moved to Connecticut, about 40 years ago, I was the first person he played.
All right.
Maybe early 90s, so 30-something years ago. He's going to have trouble. He's looking at getting from that 7 to the 8. Just how he's going to handle that.
Yeah, it's a tough maneuver. I mean, if I had ball in hand, I'd want the cue ball around here somewhere so I
Yeah,
can sort of
inside and come across. But he's asking, oh, this is almost straight, so he's got to hit this pretty firm.
yeah, that's the trick. Getting there is going to be a bit of a journey.
I think he got about as much out of it as he could have. So you think he draws it into the 8, or does he try to draw it above the 8? I think he has to.
I think he's almost guaranteed to make contact with the 8 if he makes the 7 in the corner. I don't see how you avoid it.
And if that happens, he's going to have trouble getting from the 8 to the 9 also. He's got a couple tough shots ahead of him. Oh, he nudged it.
As like I said, I don't see how you avoid the 8.
No. Well, that was, once again, thin it and leave him long, or do you go for the bank and bet it all?
Down 6-0.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The bank is tough with a bridge, too. But, Jesse, they're just dying to get on the board.
Wow. Wow.
Gotta come with another one.
Great shot. I mean, he's still got a tough one ahead of him, but that was a good shot. Does he know Skunk plays dog? Talk to our tournament director out there and see if he's thinking the same.
Mike is kind of bristly. Well, I think I'd be trying to put this 9 on the nameplate up the top and the cue ball on the rail right.
Yeah, I'm not going for a superhero
No,
move here.
it's too tough. Normally, I say shooting to the side because you can get sick.
Yeah, if I'm playing with a buddy.
But these sides are bad. I know I went like this one, but I aim it short. So if I miss it, safe.
No.
But I wouldn't love it. Oh, he went,
for it. And he got it.
Nice shot, Jesse.
Like I said, if I'm playing with a buddy, I'm going for it. But tournament at this level, that was a very risky shot, but paid off, man.
I think he's just desperate to get it on the board.
He just wanted to not get skunked. But you never know. I've seen crazier runs.
Conker's back.
Stare at the rack for 10 minutes. That's awesome.
But Jesse knows Jeremy's not going to give him a bad rack. But I would trust either one of these two with the racks. Yeah, back a little bit.
Nothing. He was going to lean in, but didn't.
2-8's going to be an issue. The guy just be playing safe right now. Since prolonged. Unless that 2 goes by the 8.
You can steal your line and say there's no future in the 2.
If 2 goes by the 8, then I might shoot at it. I think he's just going to
I think he's got to.
stick it right there.
Yep. Look at this.
I think he got him.
I think the 6 is in the way. I would have liked to see him roll it a little further up just to make the 1-9 a threat.
I think he should be able to jump. Oh, he's kicking. I wouldn't be rolling it.
Oh, he's definitely going to come with some speed
That's
here.
back pockets right in the way, too.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
He almost tickied it in.
Got it. He rubbed it and it rocked. But
Oh, wasn't sure. I thought I saw it move.
I saw the 9 rock, but I don't think it actually moved. It just rocked back and forth on the cloth.
Table.
Oh,
Once again, I don't think the 2 goes. So it doesn't go. I wouldn't be shooting at the 1. It must go. He played for it. So,
I still don't think it goes.
why would he? He could play for the safe too.
I think he might be just playing for the safe to try to push the cue up on the 8, maybe.
Yeah.
Tap.
Oh,
Quite get there.
he caught the edge of the 8.
The edge of the 8, yeah, the 8 moved it over.
Shot. I think Jets gonna have any trouble with this.
Look at that shot. Stuff the 2 behind the 8 and put the cue on the bottom corner.
He's got to spin into it. Hope he gets lucky.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough shot no matter what.
I would think he hits it real easy, just so he would leave him tight and won't leave anything. But
That's exactly right.
He's gonna be in trouble. 10 seconds.
Oh, I'm lucky. This is probably the best rap I've ever made.
Nice.
Wow.
Oh, cat and mouse with this 2-ball.
You got a pretty easy safe here.
To answer your question, Suad went out 7th, 8th with Jonathan.
Just tick you that. Oh, you hit too hard.
I think that 3-ball goes by the 8. I think one of the longer racks of this set.
You do the 3.
That's that was
Yeah.
my exact question. And
Can he
it doesn't go by the 8. But
can he draw it back and bank the 3? You know, the 2-ball?
I think it's possible.
Or you know,
Whether or not he'll choose to do that.
he could roll forward and play it safe, easy on the 3-ball. Oh, he went for it.
We went for it. Oh, yeah.
Nice stroke.
Up right there, go for the 4-9, or do you try to do something fancy pants?
Well, I would try to do something else, but because these side pockets are so snug, I wouldn't try too hard.
Hmm.
I'd rather settle for the 4-9 than nothing at all. Yes. Did they take a break or?
That's my best explanation.
I can't see. Usually you lay your stick on the table. Well, it appears we're on break.
It appears we have no players. There you go.
He's packing. You know what just happened? Jeremy called a foul on himself. That's what the break was.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Jeremy fouled, and Jesse's up to the table now. So he must have a ball in hand if he called a foul on himself.
Certainly beastly.
That's pretty classy.
Must have just sort of tapped the cue or something, or
You might have, that's a really classy thing. Pool players don't usually do that.
oh, that's a rough miss.
Ball in hand, too. Right. Harry is a classy guy.
It's sad if he's going to try and play this carom.
Fine, put
I
it on
mean,
the table.
it looked like he was aiming to the left side of the pink ball, so I'm a little like, is he playing the 4 on the side? Is he trying to carom the 9?
We try to do them both. We try to do one or the other. We'll wait for the save.
That's very nice, very conservative, but very nice shot.
I'd like to think if I was playing somebody, I'd call foul on myself.
Done it. Ball in hand. What? It's like, don't worry about it. Just
I've done it when I'm stealing. I'd like to think I would do it in this situation.
I did it in this very tournament.
Did you?
I had to kick out. Made a 2-railer to make contact with the low ball. But despite what it looked like, I didn't catch a rail. The guy gets ready to go up and shoot. I said, you know, you ball in hand, right? It's like, what are you talking about? You hit it. I'm like, yeah, but I didn't get a rail.
That was very nice of you.
So yeah, just
Not all pool players are that good.
nice little nudge there.
I had a pool player from Oregon ask me one time. He said, if I fouled, would I call it on myself? I said, probably not. But if my opponent questioned me, I would tell the truth. And
Sure,
say,
sure.
He said, that's because you're from the East Coast. On the East Coast, we won't call them. And he said, on the West Coast, they would. Which I find hard to believe, but that was what his answer was. Yeah, and Don, that was supposed to be a joke. I don't think you take me can't take me seriously.
Nice shot here.
Yeah.
You rubbed the 5 on the way out, trying to promote it towards the corner. Didn't quite get enough of it, I don't think. Look at this.
Let's see what you can do near the iron ball.
Is he gonna get the 9?
Uh,
No, I don't think
Pretty
it's
close.
playable. I mean, you can hit it, but I don't think you can put it in the corner without fouling.
it's almost impossible in that view.
That's what I'm thinking. I know you can probably. I mean, if you had to gun to your head, you could probably play the 5 in the upper right corner, but making the actual in the upper left corner, I think it's a foul because you'd almost have to hit the 9 first. Yeah, he got this clean hit.
I wonder if he was playing the 9 the way it came.
He might have actually just sort of said, you know, grip it and rip it.
That's kind of that looked like it was going in that. It's going in that direction.
Pull it right back to that 6 ball nicely. Gonna need a little bit of travel to get to the 8, but I think he's still in great shape.
Once he gets open, he doesn't usually make many mistakes.
Yeah.
I lost that a little bit. I think he was trying to draw it about a diamond up further.
Yeah, I would have said the same. He's going to be in that middle point on the rail here.
Maybe hit a little thinner than he wanted.
I mean, he hit it full enough to drop it. Still, I thought he would have got a little bit more juice out of that. Still a good shot. I mean, what he's on the fence about now is the natural position is literally right here. You got to hit it hard and hope for the best, or you got to hit it soft and try to hold either way. It's a tough shot.
Tough enough than just making the 8 on this table.
Oh, yeah. Believe me, that's all I'd be thinking about.
Yeah, I don't want to be hitting this too hard.
Hit low. He tried to hold it, and he held it.
I didn't think he could. I thought he'd have to go out further. Well, I think he's made one mistake this set. Remember, he missed a 6 or 7 about 3 or 4 racks ago.
Right.
I think that's the only mistake he made, and the foul.
Yep. So there's that.
But played a good set so far.
He's definitely feeling it. He might come over there.
No, I think Jesse will take that one.
No,
He's really,
they've both been really
they both.
moving it along this rack.
And I think they both know the other one's not going to give him a bad rack.
A little issue.
Yeah. We spoke too soon here.
The other version of this commentator curse. Rack that I left. I actually thought I was pretty sure I got 8 of the 9 balls touching perfectly. I picked up the rack and I walked to the table, and of course, guy goes up to the table and his one ball's like it's like 3 millimeters away from the front of the rack. He's like, "You mind doing that again?" Damn it! I don't know. Did I bump the rack or did it just fall into it?
It just moved.
It just yeah. I was like, "My bad, guy. I'm sorry."
Playing a guy in North Carolina one time, and this is back when they had rack boys, and they had like a change purse on him, like a good humor man, and he was staking my opponent. So when my opponent would break, he'd have like white knuckle tight.
Oh yeah.
When I had a break, you could see there were no 2 balls touching from the top. It was terrible. But you can't say anything, it's his pool room. But he was giving me some terrible racks.
Pretty funny. Don, I do not know the score for Alex. Let's see if we can figure out what table they're on. Maybe we can get a.
They're on 7.
Are they on 7? Okay.
Yeah, you can just see it right.
If they got some quarters or something, I can try to look at between racks.
Stopping.
Looks like the answer is no. I
Don't
don't think it did. Yeah, it's right on the edge.
Funny, the only ball on the table gets in the way all the time. Well, it looks like he's shooting right at it.
A little swerve, little tiny bit of mass ag.
Didn't even look to me like he could do anything. The 6
He just took the half ball.
No, the 6 moved.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sure did.
Hmm. Three. 4, 3 to 4, 4 to 5. A couple issues. Got the right spot to get to the 4. You got to worry about that score in the pocket. Yeah, very nice. Get an upside spinning up ball. You got kind of died coming off that rail.
Yeah, it seemed like
I think now.
it wasn't the bouncy rail we've been talking about.
I think now, if he hit it with inside and get on the 6, or maybe hit the 8 and hold it. Can't really tell. He did it with inside and he missed. Oh boy.
If I see any quarters on the table. No, I don't have anything.
Can't see anything out there.
Fortunately, no, I do not have a score for Alex. So he's still playing. Jeremy in fantastic shape here. Look at the pattern.
Oh, he went.
Oh, yeah, you saw that's the universal pool player
Yeah.
signal of what the tap your fingers on the table, thinking maybe it'll slow down.
Well, looks like Jeremy's getting to the hill.
Certainly seems that way. How's it right on? 8-1. Jeremy looking
I didn't see this
real
go.
sharp. No, me either.
Salotto is the world's premier pool community. Playing your friends has never been more fun. Raise the bar with Salotto so regular practice can become real pressure. With monthly prizes and cash payouts, Salotto brings pool to the people. You can even submit match results to Fargo Rate through Salotto if you want, but you don't have to. Your race, your place. Make your matches count with Salotto. Download now and get started. No minimum play per month. 8, 9, 10 ball. You choose. It all counts.
Same pool player.
Yeah.
Professor's gonna need an extra nap tomorrow. Joanne, the winner of this match will go to the hot seat.
Because I like taking naps.
I'm a big fan.
I was home now, I'd probably be rested.
If I was home, I'd be sound asleep in a recliner.
Yeah, me too.
Under the guise of watching football, of course, but
Yeah, me too. We're doing the same thing.
I just listen to the game for out cold.
Let's see. Well, you can't.
That 6 is right there.
Yeah, and the 3 it was at 5, 4, and the 8 are going to be an issue. He's been playing so good, he'll figure this out.
This time they said we're gonna he's just gonna play safe, and then he just kicked it in like it was
Yeah.
nothing.
What's he doing? Is he going to push here?
He's
Like
going. It looks like he's going at it.
Looks like it. He really went for it. I think with an 8-1 lead, if I
I was just gonna say the same thing. I think with 8-1, you can sort of play around a little tiny bit, loosen up, try to make some shots.
The rack boy out. I mean, I'm sitting around to watching this hit. Massain?
It's got to be a little mass.
Four looks pretty
Yeah,
close.
that one bent. But it was good, clean contact, so it's all good.
No, Jeremy, Pete, he didn't go in the blinds. I was very surprised about that myself. I bet you Ainer probably got him in a blind, Pete. I think he's trying to figure out what he's planning on doing that four ball when the time comes. I would probably play safe here. It's me like he's getting ready to shoot. Did. And a nice shot. Wow, we made it. It stops.
If.
What a great shot.
Great. Yeah, that was a good one.
Great shot. That was one of the best shots of the match. Hit that perfect. I see Jesse's not giving up.
It's asking a great question there.
Cliff. Lucas is out.
Lucas is out.
I think Bosch. I think went.
Wash.
He went for one of the
I
blinds.
think he was one of the blinds. I should write this down. I'm losing my mind. And I just went through the whole bracket.
You said Josh. You thought might have been the third.
I think it might have been Josh Thiel. So all are out. No, Alex is still in.
Yeah, Alex.
He's out there on table 7.
They were bothering Jesse. Getting ready to finally make a 9-ball, and
He's got some human
gotta
traffic right there. Just pumping at it. Let me at it. Let me at it. And coach.
that was a great song.
Ready to play.
Cool.
A lot of work to do, Jesse. But like I said, the worst you can do in this situation is come in third place.
When was the Calcutta paid? Do we have that?
Let's see. Press the button. Forgot I had the booth camera on this scene. Up, Joe?
Going on. There's a slaughter on table 8, huh?
Well, it certainly turned into that. I thought it was going to be like 9-7, 9-6.
Close.
But everything, Jeremy capitalized every time at the beginning. So
I have a picture of the Calcutta, unfortunately, so
I want to know how much it is.
I'm just curious of the kind of money.
Oh. So just somebody asking about it.
That was a great break. Came kind of late for a great break. Yeah, I'm getting under two, but it looks like the only issue.
Yeah, clock already. Bobby had lined up anybody to do some commentary today or no?
I
Just
could
you
put
and me. Oh, Ray Linares, but kind of no showed. I was looking to head to my buddy's house in Milford to hang out, watch some football, and have some dinner. I thought he was going to line someone up, or if not, do it himself. But now he's at the Big E, so
Did we know? You know when he's coming back?
can you ever pick Bobby's schedule?
I got one more match in me. Oh yeah.
Points. First was 1,250 points. Second is 860. Third 570. Fourth 380. Fifth 6 220 each, and seventh 8 150 each. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you. 1,100 third.
Nick, I'm gonna find a way to give you the buttons from remote so I can get the hell out of here.
Yeah. We need two of you.
Exactly.
I'm going home too.
Tag in, you're it. You're doing the members only subscription, or the members only, subscribers only version of the stream in about an hour. But yeah, if you want to jump in the Zoom call, I'll set it up. Actually, it's already set up. It's been waiting for Ray.
He missed. I didn't expect that.
Yeah, no, he's been playing so consistent. I didn't see that coming. Same link,
Can I
dude.
take any stuff out of here for you?
Yeah,
Just over
please.
here. One of you gentlemen?
No, I'm good. Just
So it's a pleasure to serve you guys.
Thank you.
I actually do have an app on my iPad that allows me to manipulate the booth from remote. But I don't think I can share that. I think it's just my account. So unfortunately, I don't have a way to do button mashing from remote. We'll work on it though.
You got two straight.
That is a laser beam into the corner, probably. Yeah. Oh, right, maybe. So
Oh, right, but he's got to hit it good in this
he's got to hit it real firm.
pocket. Can't try to cheat it. Get that beautiful.
Nailed it.
Look at.
Oh. That's interesting.
Turn 7.
2 reasons.
I have a partner in the next match.
I was just thinking the same thing about you.
Pulled out. All right, Jesse got 8-3.
Hey, Bobby, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Bobby doesn't have headset on though. He's putting on the headphones now. So
You better tell him which Bobby it is.
well, yeah, it's Bobby Hunt. We got Raymond. How do you pronounce your last name? Linares?
That's correct. Yeah,
Oh, sweet.
that's actually as good as you can possibly pronounce it
Ah.
without rolling your R's.
Linares. No.
That's right. Don't hurt yourself.
Oh, welcome to the stream, man. It's your first time with us, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
We've obviously met in person and stuff before, but yeah, I always love what you guys do on the Shark stream, and it's great to see some of the Northeast players. You guys have such a good scene there, a lot of quality.
Oh, definitely. And the Joss tour is no joke. They do like 20. I think that I have a flyer that has 29 stops on it this year.
Oh my God.
And yeah, Mike never rests.
And are all those tournaments open events, or are they
Yes,
like
they're all
tiered entry fees, or are they capped, or what's the deal?
The entry fees vary depending on the event. Like Turning Stone's more expensive than Yale Billiards for obvious reasons, but there's different added amounts to each one. Most of them are $1,500 or $500 added,
Yeah.
and the championship at Snookers is $4,500 added. There's a mid-season championship at Turning Stone for $25,000 added. But the other stops for the most part are $1,500. The pros entry fee is $120. Non-pro is $70. So
Great.
I only paid $70. But if you're a member of the Joss Northeast 9-ball, then it's $30 to become a member for a whole year, or $15 just to enter one tournament. So I went with the second route because I'm only going to play out of here. But in hindsight, he's stopping here twice this year, so I should have just
paid the 30.
paid the darn 30.
So you guys do tiered entry fees based on skill level, and then the rest the players just play even?
It's a race to 9 on the front, race to 7 on the back, and that's for everybody. There's no handicap.
Well, I just commend you guys, because here in Florida, all the open events are basically dead. And it's all kind of Fargo capped stuff. So like 650s and unders, 550s and unders, that kind of stuff. And I feel like it wasn't that long ago that Florida had the best like open tour in the country. And then now it's just completely kind of crushed. So I commend you guys in the Northeast for preserving open events, you know what I mean? Because you guys I think that's how you push the quality of play higher for the good players and for the players that are coming up. And I just love that the Northeast has such a strong culture that's still grounded in quality pool. Props to you.
It's a big props to Mike Zuglan. There are other open tournaments. I know Lance Lascotti. I always want to say Larry, but it's Lance Lascotti runs a Make a Score tour. That's it's R5 handicapped, but he also does some open events, and there are a few other ones like that. But by and large, Mike Zuglan's like the big open Northeast tour.
God bless him.
So good stuff. And we just did I forget what it was, sink or swim. Was that a 550 and under? I think. I think it was 550 and under. But there are different events like you just described with different levels of whether they're open or closed. You know, basically open as non-handicapped, or if they're cash handicapped, or if there's different things like that. But I love the way Mike does it. And like I said, he's old school. He's got the rules I grew up on. Well, golden breaks fine, wild 9 fine, no jump cues, all that good stuff. And then the only differentiation between me and Lucas Fracasso Werner is that he's a pro. I'm not a pro. He paid $50 more.
Right.
And it's just the way it is. So I mean, I'm dead money anyway. But
well, yeah, but I mean, like I was dead money in tournaments for a long time, you know what I mean? And I was just interested in getting better, and whatever that, whatever I had to better, that was the important thing for me. I think in Florida, the tiered entry for lower ranked players is probably the way to go to help kind of make it more like palatable for people who,
just want the experience.
Yeah, exactly. So, but you get a chance to still, measure up and see where you're actually playing, instead of handicap that kind of keeps you from. There's no incentive to improve if everything is.
Loved it. I mean, there was a Jackie Loving, one of my good friends down here. She's like a 290 something, and she jumped right into the Joss store, no problem. And she went out just as fast as I did, but at the same time, I commend her for just saying, you know what, I want to play these guys.
Jackie's got heart, good for her.
I'm cracking up because Brian Carroll, aka Kickin' Chicken, said, "Hey Raymond, hello, Lickin' Chicken here. Your ranking will affect your entry on Mike's tour as well." That's pretty funny. Lickin' Chicken. I think I have to change the opening credits.
I gotta believe he made a mistake.
If it's KFC, it's finger licking good. Brian?
I haven't played in Zuglan's tournaments yet. I got to try and find a way to come up play the Turning Stone. It's always sold out like a week
Oh,
after
it's-
the last tournament.
They sell quick. This one sold out.
Oh, okay. Hector corrected me. The sink or swim was APA skill level based. The 550 and under is the Sean Barrett's Get Your Fargo Up tour, or not tournament. So that's coming up soon. I'm looking forward to that one. I already entered as well. But
I remember
it's a good
when I was coming,
good way to play
like,
some other players.
yeah, when I was coming up, I would always use the open events as ways to practice for the amateur stuff. You know what I mean? So like I'd go get my butt kicked on like the Seminole tour, or whatever, and then I'd come back, and if your name wasn't Corey Deuel or Stevie Moore or something like that, then I felt like I was supposed to run you over, and then I would. You know what I mean? And you iterate back and forth until you get to a comparable skill level. Using trying to improve.
Yeah, totally. I mean, as a gaming nerd myself, at least for some period of time, Call of Duty, we used to call that pub stomping, where you just basically go from lobby to lobby and just smoke everybody because you're out of their league. But then you'll go to another open tournament, like you just said, and you just get smoked.
Right.
It's the way it is.
Part of the that's how you get your chops. To Brian, I won 3 collegiate national titles and 1 U.S. amateur championship. That's the credentials.
That is your stock and trade. Cool. Yeah, Bobby told me you were calling in. I didn't know you were from Florida, but
yeah, Miami originally. Now I'm in Orlando.
That's pretty cool. Like I said, welcome to the stream. It's always nice to have some other voices on here, other than just mine and Chicken and Bobby Hunt, of course, and Bobby Hilton. So Brian, Bobby. So we're gonna have to change your name.
So Jeremy and Yasid are both on the winner side.
Yes, this is the final 2 on the winner side. So winner of this goes to the hot seat. Loser of this will be waiting for the final 4 on the 1-loss side.
Well, Jeremy is such a well-known player, super class act, and a long kind of like legacy of beating top level players.
Definitely.
Not a surprise to see end of any open tournament.
Yeah, it was a shocker. You looked at some of the comments that were up there a little while ago. We had 3 blind bids in the tournament, and Jeremy was not one of them, and even despite being the highest Fargo entrant.
Yeah, I guess those people have
blinders.
Yeah, they need glasses.
And they're kicking themselves now because there he is, guaranteed one of the top 3. Of
course. No, I mean,
it's hard to. I forget, it was Jeremy. Well, who's dang it? One of the guys actually said, he's like, "What am I going to do? Buy myself for $450 only to make $600 if I win?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, that was Alex. That was Alex Bosch. He's like, do the numbers. I'm not buying myself back. I started thinking about that. I'm like,
that's some of the things you have to look at. Yeah, that's some of the things you have to look at with the Calcutta stuff, because sometimes Calcutta can be real kind of top heavy. Yep. You know what I mean? You guys go for a lot and then everybody else goes for 50. And then at that point, it doesn't make sense. But if the Calcutta is deep and everybody's kind of going for, a healthy amount, then maybe, then the odds on your money make more sense. So Alex is very smart about that. You don't want to put your money in bad, got to get to the final 3, because maybe you get a bad draw. Maybe you draw Jeremy second round, and then that's
the problem. Exactly. So he did the math. He came up with a computation. He says, no, I don't want half of myself. That's not worth it.
Yeah, a lot of times I end
despite the fact that he's still in the top 6.
Sure,
but but the money's not there. Why would he spend $250 to get half of himself, and the payout's only $450 if you get him coming forward? the math's not there.
Yeah, sometimes even though they're a great player, it's a bad buy, right?
Right.
So and then also
another brief
people might be
here.
working with the bankroll too. The bankroll management side of stuff is important too. If you have money involved in a lot of tournaments, and then you got your travel expenses, you have all these things going on. Gotta say, hey, I have 600 to play with, or I have 400 to play with.
Right.
You want to go in and on one tournament, or can you spread it out to 3 or 4 entry fees and then really make so all the little lessons you learn as a pool player, figure out how to get to the next.
Preaching to the choir here. We got Bobby Hunt, cash player for many, many years. He knows.
Right.
Was playing. You didn't have different level tournaments. You either played open tournaments or you didn't play.
Of
course, right.
We didn't have,
course.
back in the 70s and 80s, and we wanted to be the best they could be. So you played the good players, so you could beat them.
Right.
I think now the players play to their handicap. You,
Right. Of course.
you don't have to push yourself as much.
Yeah, and there's this like false sense of confidence people get because they pressing up. Looks like Jeremy might be playing a little two-way shot here.
Looks like he is. Oh no, he's really
Safe.
playing.
He is not giving an
He's like,
inch.
I'm getting to this final.
He is not giving an inch, man. I tell you what, I got to give him credit for the discipline, because I would be in that shot. I would have been right there with Dylan Perez on the hill. I'd be surprised if Jeremy doesn't go for the carom 9 ball here. I would have been slapping that 9 ball.
I thought he was.
He could also play the safe where he banked the 2 on the other side of the 8-6 and just played the cue ball towards the 9
Right.
and maybe chipped the pocket. If not, then maybe he's got cover and things are still blocked, So interesting that he went for the full safe. He's just trying to leverage, what he knows. Like this is a perfectly valid result, right? Like he knows he's going to probably win the moving battle against a lower skill level player. So he's just will be patient.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I completely agree. Sean has a great point too about Calcutta. He says tournaments that have a large gap between the highest player and the lowest player, Calcutta don't do as well. Players that have a tighter margin has a better Calcutta because the players feel like they have a chance. And I think I've been shooting very strong. But as I was looking around the field for this tournament, I was like, yeah, this is going to be brutal. And as soon as Mike looked at me and he's like, okay, Brian Brennan, we want yourself for $20. I'm like, nope. It's a waste of $20.
Like those big Calcutta tournaments in Birmingham, I think it's Birmingham or in Alabama, that are split bracket, but they're a lot of sandbaggers and stuff. They get a ton of money in them, right? I mean, huge. But you got players that are underrated to levels, and you got to dodge those bullets. And probably if you're a great player, you're drawing dead. So there's a reason why those tournaments get huge, huge payouts.
Yep,
because they can win, and it's true. So.
Harry has a perfect point here. Harry Artinian. He says that when you have your boot on your opponent's neck, smart players don't let up. That's Jeremy. And like I said, he's just cold as ice. Look at this though. He has to get it here.
Oh, look, he got the bump on the 6-9.
He sure did.
He was trying to sneak by there, and but he got a little favorable. Pretty hard to miss this ball with the 9 cushion. Big margin.
Toss you out.
Take a break from it, Brian.
Yeah, I think we're gonna take a generic break for a little bit because we're not gonna have a table up yet for a little while.
Are you gonna be able to contact him again?
Yeah, no, he can stay on the Zoom call, but okay. All right, so folks, we're done with this particular match. Jeremy is in the hot seat in the finals on the winner's side. Jesse will go down to the one-loss side, and he will be playing against one of. Let's take a look at the bracket. Dr. Bob Medingen and Christoph Neumeyer. I'm not sure who's in the lead there. We also have Ron Casanzio and Alex Bausch. So those two, the winners of those will play each other, I believe. And then the winner of that will be playing against Jesse. Let's take a look at the room.
Alex just had a good tournament at the PA Open.
Yeah, he crushed it, man. He did phenomenal out there. I'm not sure if he finished 5th, but he was in that range.
Yeah, he was in it. He Roland.
I think he beat Roland.
He lost to Mika.
That might be right. Happened over a week ago. I don't know. So we got Alex. So there's Christoph on table 7. Let's see, what table do they have?
I need to find an uncle that lives in.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Well, just do what all the other pro players do. Just stay at Bobby's house. It's fascinating. So yeah, Alex and Christoph are playing right now on table 7.
That Pascal, the left.
Yeah, I think he's in the second chance. So
Christoph's in-
Alex must have beaten Ron Casanzio, and therefore Christoph must have beaten Dr. Bob Medenjian. So these are the final 4 right here. These two will play each other. The winner will play against Jesse, and the winner of that will go back against Jeremy.
Chris and Alex, too tough. I'm sure they. What's the next event for the Shark Stream?
Wow, good question. I think the next major event that we have scheduled other than list matches is probably going to be October 6th. I want to say that's Hector Sanchez's Underdog All-Stars tournament. And then 2 weeks after that, on October 23rd, is the Underdog 9. So there's 2 Underdog tournaments coming up in October, and then in November we have the Get Your Fargo Up from Sean Barrett. I think that's on November 6th as well. Not 100% on that, but pretty close to there. We're going to have a couple of big list matches coming up, though. I know Rob Pierce, our current champion, has to play against either Ryan or Dave fairly soon, Dave Gavrish. And of course, I think Ashley Benoit has to play Lucas again, but I have to double check the website. So a couple of good outstanding things coming up, but for the most part, those are your tournaments and those are your list matches. So for now, we're just going to sort of hover here on table 7 with Alex and Christoph playing. And then once they get the winner of this will play against wait a minute. Yes, the winner of this will be playing against Jesse, and that's going to be a subscribers only event. So make sure you guys subscribe, tune in.
Do you have an idea of what the score is?
I don't, because I was looking for quarters earlier and I didn't see any, and they don't seem to be using the flipboards. So I don't.
Jumping in.
Yeah.
Great shot. Rail for full hit on it up, I think. Like a purple 4, so you know. Chris can 1, but I'm not sure if the 1 is the. He's checking down here. He's got to play capable of. The long run. Giving.
See if I can find out what the score is, because I think people would be interested. Maybe Bobby, when he gets back, he'll know.
The 4. Spade going at 6. The 3 is up table on this.
Yep. These are standard balls on the blue table, so the next ball is purple. Oh, wait a minute. Is that I thought that looked like the 5 ball that he's aiming at.
That's a 3 along the.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, the color's a little off on. I gotta really do some tweaking on this camera. So that's purple 4, orange 5, green 6, maroon 7, brown 8, or black 8, brown. And of course, the yellow striper.
Probably going to try and go 2 cushions forward and get a little higher up because he's a little flat. So create a little dip. balls are just gonna stay open. Get a clean. Close to the pocket, so if he can get straight on the 7 and the
Once one of these fellas makes the 9 ball, I'm gonna walk out there and see if I can find out what the score is, so we can sort of follow along. Because this is the only match until we go to the semifinals. Like I said, the winner of this will advance to play against Jeremy. The winner of that will play against. Where's my head? No,
yeah, Jeremy's waiting.
Jeremy's
for the
waiting in the hot seat, and other guy. Yes, thank you. Let's go back to table 8 real quick. We'll figure this out. There we go. So it's Jesse. Okay, so Jesse's waiting for the winner of this match. Let me go see if I can find out what the score is. Be right back.
How's it going, Steve? You in the chat? Chris. Up to break. Figuring out. Good break. Looks like down and the pretty ideal. Shape on the 1, what you want. Get it. Good. Pretty open on the right side of the.
The 2 ball just behind the foot spot, yeah.
Probably play this 2 cushions. Past the 9 and 2. 4 and the 5. This is
Folks, the next 2 matches will only be available to members and subscribers on, well, members on YouTube, subscribers on Facebook, but they'll be on both channels. And we'll have the finals, or the semifinals and the finals airing exclusively there. Make sure you guys sign up. $4.99 a month, links on the top of your screen. And you'll be able to see the conclusion.
Doesn't Chris kind of remind you a little bit of Sullivan Clark?
He reminds me of someone, but I'm not familiar with Sullivan Clark.
Sullivan's a great player from New Zealand, but he's traveled quite a bit. He's been to like the Amazing Billiards event.
Gotcha. Okay.
Very but similar body type, I think. Chris, I think Sullivan is right-handed. Chris is kind
interesting. Unfortunately I don't know Sullivan, so cool. I do like seeing left-handed players though. They make me feel comfortable.
these are always.
Bobby Hunt was saying the similar thing. He was like, "Oh, you lefties," or us lefties, actually.
Super talented players, usually big strokes. Like so. Sorry, it's like Chris has got a.
Should I change the label on the screen?
No, don't do that. I think he's got a little bit too much angle to stay on this side of the 8. He might have to go cross table either short side or back and forth to get on. The short side.
He went pro side there. And he did it perfect. Well, he's a little straight for me. He's going to have to use some juice to get back to that 9.
Bust out the Jack LaLanne juicer. See if he can spin the cue ball up. He's trying to see if he wants to rip it back and spin it, or really that just comes from not getting straight on the 7. That position to the 6 was really crucial because it sets him up for got too much ball. Off the rail, stays stays on the table. Now I got a deep blue C shot. This was green cloth, I'd call it the green mile. Tough shot, but Chris is probably a very good shot maker, and he'll like he's a.
Looks like he's definitely hitting down a little bit.
That's the case when he's playing a bank.
Oh, he's slammed it. That's going to make it easy for Alex here.
Maybe the angle was a little deceiving, and he didn't like the idea of trying to calculating. 9 ball. It's 6-2. I guess when you're up 6-1, you can take a fly.
There's that. I mean, but there's also getting a false sense of security sometimes. I've seen guys at this level and gals at this level that they sit there, oh, I'm down 6-0, and then bang, put together 7 in a row.
Absolutely, you can kind of go into your give up stroke. Some players are very dangerous. Jason Shaw is a great example. Like if you got him stuck and beat, he'll just turn off the air switch
and then starts free stroking on you.
And he's liable to put 4 or 5 on you just because he feels like, well, I've already lost, whatever. I'm just gonna go.
Just gonna let it loose.
Oh my gosh, I've seen him steal matches so many times in that spot where that's his pure talent go, and he doesn't play tight and pretty gross.
Super excited. Once we have the digital pool installed here at Yale Billiards, I won't have to rely so much on this PTZ pan tilt zoom camera. We'll actually have perfectly good long views on every single table in the building. It'll make it so much easier. But this is still working. Steve Sutton's got a great comment. I wouldn't count Alex out yet. He ran a 5-pack on Shaw at Turning Stone and almost ran the set out. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, he's with good players, you don't want to give them
an inch, they'll take a mile
for innings to get settled, because how many times has a good player broken ran 3, and then, the ball's really good for him, he plays a safe, and then back you're kicking, you give a ball, there goes another 3, and that. So can't really take it pressure on. Kind of like what Jeremy did last term, but he just applied. Got a better.
There's Lucas in the comments section saying it wasn't a 5-pack. He had 2 9-ball combos, if I recall right. Well, you would probably know better than me.
This is like the insurance company trying to tell Earl
And the jaw is firmly behind that 5 ball, but as this is Mike Zuglan's jaw story, you do not get to jump. Well, at least with a jump cue. So that's why you're seeing a lot of kicks, a lot of banks, a lot of masse. It's
Can
fun.
can you can you jump with a break cue on Zuglan's tour, or does it has to be your plan?
You are allowed to jump, but you can jump with only a full length cue. So if you have a break cue that converts to a jump cue, that's a big no-no.
No, but if it's just a break cue,
But if it is just a break cue and it's full length, then yes, you can use it to try and jump. That's my takeaway from his speech in the beginning of the tournament. He says you get 2 cues, 1 break, 1 playing. That's it. No jump cues.
no short sticks.
No jump. Yeah, no short sticks, no jump cues, no nonsense. Steve Sutton, exactly what I just said. You're allowed 2 cues and only 2 cues.
That's not bad. I mean, I can jump full cue with mine. Just certain jump shots.
You can bounce it from 2 inches away and still clear a ball entirely. I mean, for me, it was like when I was playing even 20, 30 years ago, I could jump about a half a ball. Sometimes I could even jump a full ball with a full-size cue, but not from 3 inches away, man. That was impossible.
It looks like
It certainly does,
the position
barring a miracle.
on one right. Like that. Both these guys look like very respectable young gentlemen. Just left Sunday church service and running out.
Another one of Mike's rules: you're no t-shirts, no ripped jeans, must have a collar. You know, he's like I said, very old school, but I love the fact that he pays attention to those kinds of details. And in fact, as a result of that policy, I think Bobby sold 3 jerseys, Workstream jerseys this weekend.
He's a gentleman. I think he might be one of the last guys who came out of the pure straight pull era.
Exactly.
That was decorum and reverence.
Man, that speaks to my heart. Like I said, that's how I remember it when I was playing. Because I was playing in the 80s to the 90s. I had kids in 2002, and that was the end of my pool. Until recently, anyway.
Kids make it tough.
George, I've met him twice, maybe 3 times now here at Yale Billiards, and he's a very, very cordial, friendly, approachable guy. So absolutely, he's terrific. We got LFV looking for Alex to dig deep. That makes sense. All right, good. Got a few people looking for the underdog story here. What a break!
Got the break.
That's the 9 in the corner right there. Did you see that? I'm gonna replay it.
Cheese. Got the cheese going. And it went in the bottom corner. So did he cut it? Oh, it went straight in. So that's
nailed it.
That ball went straight in. Then whoever racked those balls left a gap.
Alex took advantage of it. That's for sure. Because yeah, you're right. That scooted right in there.
Yeah, it tracked straight in. So he left a gap on the bottom left ball behind the ball. And oh, thank you.
Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Follow the arrows this way.
They come from behind here. It was down 6-1 when he tuned in.
Got to be careful because that's how somebody like Alex will build momentum. Basically gave him a cheap one.
Yep.
Now Chris is liable to start feeling more pressure, especially let's say if Alex breaks and runs safe.
Yeah, if Alex gets to 5, I'm Christoph, I'm getting real nervous.
You almost don't. You almost. It's maybe Alex becomes a little bit the favorite, just because of the momentum break. 2 balls down.
They shot the 8 ball into the corner.
Who's coming up? Is that the 1 next to it?
Yeah, you got the 1-2 up on the head spot.
Can't tell if the 1 passes the 2. Cue ball. You know, maybe he can stick him right. Or he could just chip the 1. Be the 5. He shot at the
No,
2
the
ball.
5 ball's down here on the bottom.
He,
Was that a
we
push out of some sort?
we sharking ourselves here?
I I don't know. It might have been considered a push out shot or something. I really don't know now.
How would you push out to this?
Well, he hit the 2 ball first, and the 1's sitting right there. So if he doesn't have ball in hand, the only other logical explanation is push out.
Maybe he moved on himself. This doesn't make any sense. 2. It looks like the 7, maybe by the 5, 4.
Well,
6.
there's right here is got 4, 2. This has to be the 5. That's the 7.
Yeah.
9.
6. Both these guys cannot have fallen for the same
6,
trap.
1. So I am confused as heck.
That's 2 fouls back to back. What is that?
I am utterly
It
and
must-
thoroughly confused.
Must be that we're looking at 3
Unless
and 5.
this has got to be the 5. That wouldn't make this the 3, but that can't be.
Other ball the 7. Maybe we're getting hoodwinked by.
I got nothing.
I can't imagine that both guys are in a crucial spot late in the match are going to make. We're obviously getting sharked by the colors on the. All right, so
The rest of the colors are true. So the 2 ball is next.
2 balls down.
So this has got to be a red ball. It looks orange to me.
Overran as.
All right, so somebody's got to get a hold of the IT guy here.
He's going to play
wait.
6.
That's me.
He should just roll up on top. I thought for a second he lost. Well, it's kind of funny that both of us were.
Completely thinking the same way. Yeah.
We were in a bad spot. Okay. Well, at least we know that the 3 ball is the ball they're both addressing against that. I think he's hooked behind the 7, which means that a table on the head spot should be. Chris is tree topped over the 7, so a 1 rail kick is kind of, but he's on the high side of the 7, so getting to the short rail, and he's left-handed. Getting to the short rail is triple tap. Might have to go up table. Looks like he can see the short cushion. I think. Like he can't cushion direct to this side. To the long rail and short rail. But he's going to have to use inside English. The cue ball. From rail. Keep. Very suspicious. Yellow
5 ball.
All right, so Ausch coming up with a impressive comeback here. Looks like he's got ball in hand. Trying to figure out. Don't go changing color profiles now. Too late.
Gotta mess with it, man. It's wrecking my head here.
You're sharking me. I was already calibrated to the wrong color before.
I think I got it better now. It looks like that ball is a little redder, and the other ball is a little oranger.
Right, looks like Alex sending him
Ooh,
to. Alex is also left-handed, so he knows what Chris will be feeling of. I think if I'm Chris, I might tie the 7 onto the 4 ball. This is the 4 ball down here, right? By the corner pocket.
as far as I can tell now, we're 3 here, 5 is frozen to the 1 ball or to the cue ball, 7
Time
here, and then 4 here.
7 up to here.
Just lock it up.
Take your 2 fouls and hope you don't line in. That's your best chance. I'm not putting the 7 on the far side of the. Well, that's not too horrible because now the 7's so close to the 4 that you got to deal with the cue ball bumping into the 7 problem. So ideally, he would have liked the 7 to be, half a ball maybe to closer to the cushion than it is now. Oh, he's going to try and break it up now.
Yeah, he moved to the 7, and he did it perfectly.
Yeah,
He knocked the 4 free.
Yep. Yeah, now he's got to get position here. That was a good attempt. But you force the guy to have to do that as opposed to just taking a flyer kick at the 3 and likely giving up ball in hand and the balls are open. Force him to. Feeling good. Maybe Chris could have gotten balls a little tighter to where it wasn't that easy to do.
And with this color profile, I can see the difference between the 5 and the 9 a little better now. I was so confused when we started this rack, but it looks good.
Like this, I feel like he fade the side.
He was stretching,
maybe.
so he might have just played it conservative.
But he looks pretty full, so maybe close to us.
I can hit that. I can almost hear that thing clanking on the back of the pocket.
Well, looks like we're headed what is it, to 6-5 now? It was already
Possibly missed. All right, so he's got that one. That's the 5 spot.
All right, so 6-5 and breaking, race to 7. Gotta like your end of it. Alex is running the balls nice. He's making smart decisions. He's not rushing. Got the momentum. Got the curlier hair. I mean, what else do you want?
You got it all.
He's got Lucas rooting for him. I mean,
Oh,
my
you
gosh.
definitely got. I would Lucas. I don't rarely often see Lucas on the chat section of this. He's usually on the front end, but yeah, he's definitely rooting on his buddy Alex. So
it's got to be worth at least half a game, maybe ball in hand. maybe he'll get a good roll. But obviously, to expect close matches when you have 2 guys evenly matched and from the same.
they got a long history. See, he's gonna go take a quick look. Gander. Identify the vulnerability. Smash in the 9 again. That was a great break. Wondering 9 ball that time, so try 1, 2, yep. So 1 ball in the center of the table.
Like Newmeyer figured out the old Fangu.
Sure would appear.
Gave him the old cement factory. bricklayer's rack. All right, let's see. Chris is kind of in a tough spot though. It's funny how when the momentum is going against you, things kind of lay funny for you, right? He's tree topped over this ball. It looks like the 1 is blocked by the 4 in that corner pocket, and it's blocked in the side by the 7. So he's got to come up with a safety. He's trying to figure out whether he wants to run down to the short rail and maybe follow the cue ball between 6. Does that look good to you?
Seems like it might be, you might be reading his mind here, but like, oh, he just tapped it over.
The other
Oh,
way.
wow. Okay. Yeah, that, I think that
He
worked.
tapped his did.
I think he
tapped
worked
his
out. I'm not sure.
ball in.
Oh, he never got to the rail.
Yeah, he overcut the room rent. Now
Huh.
Val should favor it to not let him shoot again, which is very likely to happen. I mean, it looks like he's looking for the first opening. He can get that. Everything connects. He'll have the break, and the way things are running, I mean, Alex looks calm. He hasn't really changed his demeanor since he's closed.
He's steady as a rock. I'll give him that.
Yeah, if anything, he's looked more confident. I think Chris is really starting to feel how strained is he. Is this the 3 by the side, or is it the 3 on the left?
I believe the 3 is up on the left, on the top rail.
So then it's off the. Got options for 1 rail or 2. Probably 1 rail. Cue ball if he can get it back. Angle on the 5 ball. 6. Boy, pressure's gonna. Tables are side English to avoid all drama around the side pocket. Didn't want to 7. Didn't want to. But a little bit big angle. I wonder if this 6 ball goes pretty easy. It does, and he'll. Right now, he just wants to avoid getting straight on it. Gonna go around and check his work maybe, or he's got a good feeling for like probably by the head spring. Perfect. Got this nice. Maybe 2, depend. Like if this is a really fast table,
Got a little aggressive, but it's going to line up fine.
coming into he looks connected. So basically, anything he chooses is going to be the right option for him. Because he looks comfortable and fluid and
Big return right there. I mean, he was down 6-1 when we tuned in, and he's up to hill right now.
Once Lucas started cheering for him,
that was clearly it. Chris was dead at that point.
he got
the Lucas endorsement.
he got the Shark Stream Sub-Zero treatment. Oh, he's bringing out the white towel preemptively. Wipe it down.
Look at that.
Chris is definitely does not want to replicate the 9.
For sure, that would be kind of a tragedy.
You're racking the balls, and you just have to sit there and watch.
Were you on the stream when, or was it just me and Bobby? Because Christoph was playing against Jeremy, I want to say, and there was a solid 15 minutes, I think, just trying to get one rack done. I went out for a cigarette. I swear to God, I did, and I was just like, because they were this exact thing for 15 minutes, and then even Mike himself, Zuglan, came out and peeled the sticker off the spot, then tried to get the rack to go, and he couldn't get it straightened out either. It just went back and forth. It was nuts on table 4.
Always fun. You know, it's even more fun when the whole match goes.
Yeah, I mean, so far they've been doing it pretty quickly, but this hill is just too important, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, Harry makes a great point. Or Harry makes a great point. You can't let up even up 6-1 against a good player. That flyer 9-ball bank that we looked at, that kind of range. Maybe camera angles deceiving, but I'm sure Chris would. So it's funny. Alex is switching to the right. That's making a break from this.
The 9 moving. Still dry though.
Back-to-back dry breaks. Chris comes to. Last time he was in this position, he didn't get a rail and gave ball in hand. But at this point, at least the one has a clear pocket if you want to attack.
Tell you what, though, after watching Alex play these last 5 racks, I'm frozen. You know what I mean? I've been sitting too long at this point. It's tough to sort of get any kind of confidence going when you're even looking at the very first
tough.
ball.
Yeah, very tough. He might chip the 1 towards the 5 here, and then send the cue ball to the long rail path 8 and down to the short rail. That looks pretty natural. A good way to continue. Because the 3 and 9 are kind of tied up, and there's no really guarantees. Even if you bury this 1 ball, you got to fade a little bit the scratch in the side, and you don't really have clean position. So do you want to take the first? They would taking the risk.
Yeah, it certainly does.
And hey, great shot from Chris. Now he's got to see what he wants here with this 3 ball. Like he's inspecting this caroms on. I don't think he might be in a good spot to follow the 2 in, and then bank the 3 away and stick the cue ball on the cue ball. Send the 3 ball out. Hope you get a ball in hand. What a great match.
I agree. I think the play here is to make the 2 and play safe on the 3, but kind of curious what's going through it. I wish it could be the voices in his head right now.
Honestly, this 3-9 bank combo looks pretty juicy to me.
I thought about that too. I wasn't going to say it, but I thought about that too.
But
Just
he got real
if he can
flat on
get down rail,
right,
he might take a flyer.
If you're underneath it, that ball is huge. You can really play good pocket speed for that ball and overcut it a hair. It definitely goes. Now, I think he just got too flat. Looks like he's going to hopefully bank the 3 away. Play safe. Get him on the ball. Get him on the ball. The ball helps you. You know what I mean? If you bump the 9 a little bit, it helps you as a reference. Get up on it, then it takes away this easy return. Extra half inch is huge. If he's frozen in that 9 ball, this kick is off the question. Chris has got to do something. Real. May think that it's like good enough, but just
I didn't know
with
you were
the
here.
wrong player, it could be just not good enough. Good speed.
It's still very makeable.
Yeah, he was in a tricky spot for sure. got the 3 down to the short rail about good as he could on the full side of it. He could have gotten like sticky behind it and maybe would have been better if he could get all the like some of the
There's definitely a lot of looky-loos over there. I can tell that by just like there's nothing going on table 6, but there's at least 7 people standing there.
I like the old kind of when, you know, in big tournaments and stuff, when players would go hill, all those tables would just stop.
Yeah, right.
That goes spec thing.
That's why I have 3 299s and a 296 in bowling. Because every time I'd get 11 in a row,
Yeah.
everyone would stop, and then it's like, oh, and then you just end up by 3 times I left the 10 pin, and 1 time I just ran right through the head pin and got 6 on the left. And I still to this day do not have a 300 game because of that.
So is this all ball fouls or cue ball fouls only?
I want to say all ball fouls.
No, I think it's good.
Is it cue ball fouls?
I think so.
Okay.
I think Bausch is going to rip. I think he's to win the deal the match and trailing, and he's probably not going to get as good a position here. The bank comes with backdoor safety and position on the 4. Good time.
I think you're right, because if you little high right, it'll push the angle open a little bit so he gets that access to the corner pocket, but it also brings the cue down for the 4. I just said to hell with it, I'll just stick him. Oh, and I think he gave it away.
Yeah, put your purse down, Alec. You're going to play that safe. You got to play the cue ball to the bottom rail.
You got to go all the
to-
way, yeah.
Because the 8, 9, and 4 all help you. And if you get to the long rail, past the 8, then you go to the short rail and up onto the 9, you can get the maximum that safety if that's the safe you want to play. But you can't play that in between to get to that. Whereas he let the pressure.
I believe that went up and down between the 6, 8, and 9 and didn't hit a
he
single
might
one of
kiss-
them.
Oh my!
He didn't hit a single one of them on 3 trips.
He could have kissed any one of those balls and been in a really tricky.
Definitely.
All right. Well, now he's got another thin one to look, but it doesn't really carry position. And when you're when you're feeling the heat like this, these little touchy kind of float the ball shots are not the easiest thing in the world to execute, especially when the ball is a little thin. This is probably closer to a quarter ball hit, and you gotta feel the cue ball. That's gotta be feeling. This might take a risk at going for rails right around the 6. Those one. Oh, kiss the
Wow,
fuck.
this is going to get ugly or pretty. Oh, it went pretty.
Perfect.
Holy crow.
Shakes his hand. He waves his hand because he knows he got a little bit of a jelly roll. Little bit of a jelly roll. Now he's got to decide whether he wants to get below the 6 to come up. Get their speed shot, right? Position a little. Gotta also keep an angle. Isn't this fun? Isn't pool great?
So, when you can sit here and watch it, it's fantastic. I would not want to be in either of these guys' shoes right now.
They're both sweating it for sure,
There's
guaranteed.
big sweats going on right now.
Great shot. Great shot.
He's in recovery mode here.
he just like to thank the Lord
And all the jelly.
presence in his life right now.
Well, we had him in the chat section a little while ago. Actually,
I feel bad for Alex because he showed a lot of heart and played a really
oh, that
great
was
set.
an amazing return.
And it's something like it's just I think really maybe it's just a little bit of a decision error on that 3 ball. Like if he was going to play the safe, then it doesn't hurt him to go further. It hurts him if he doesn't get. Why I thought maybe the bank was. But I guess he'll revisit it, and he knows more of what the angle is at the table. It's hard for exactly.
Mhm.
Chris has this 9 ball to 6. Great match.
All right, Shark streamers, we're going to shut down the stream right now. We're going to come back on the members only channels with the semifinals and finals. So make sure you tune over there, turn on your phone for notifications, and we'll be right back.
We want to give a shout out to all of our sponsors here on the Shark Stream. You have Connecticut APA, Sigmaware, Agency One Group, Jacoby Custom Cues, Women in Pool, Mabel's Tables at Michael's Deli, NM Billiard Sales and Service, 11 Hall Avenue, Wallingford, Connecticut, KM Maintenance, JT's Pool Cue Repair, Salotto app, Mark Anthony Home Improvements, Tommy's Tattoo Supply,